I can hear you. Oh, sorry.
Okay, so we're now up to session number... Sorry, getting the music down. Session number 38. Yep, this one is 38. It's the other one that is 39. Balancing multiple campaigns is always interesting. So, today at the table we have David.
Hello. I'm David. I play Bellat Silvertongue. Definitely not a rabble rouser. Definitely not somebody who incites anarchy and dissidence on behalf of others. And definitely not trying to turn one of the party members into a vampire.
Oh, that's okay. It only needs to happen once.
That's it.
He sounds like there's a lot of things he's definitely not doing. I wonder what he is doing.
Drugs. Lots of drugs.
Well, there are some in the game.
Yeah.
Okay, and so online we have Victor.
Hello. Hello guys, I'm Victor, I'm from Brazil. I play a druid that is playing like a fish outer warrior character. Seems boring, but it's not quite. And I'm badly wounded last time. And it seems like I'm badly wounded most of the games. But that's okay.
If only you had a good healer.
Yeah, probably. But he don't like to heal much, but it's okay.
Well, it's very rarely you come against bad people.
I never said
Yeah,
I said I was a healer.
My character actually like his fellow companions a lot. He
They're
relies
good with
on
ketchup.
them. Yep. I think like they are his moral compass or something. There's something mysterious about why. Yeah, you too. It's actually quite mysterious. Why do Kanga like you guys so much? Like, why is he here? What's he doing?
Hey,
I am a
Corner
lot of...
asks himself that question every day.
But Belaf is a lot of things, but a moral compass is not one of them.
Well, no.
Apparently you've been upgraded to moral compass.
Moral compass.
Look,
not
if
actually a
I
moral
am
compass, but
the party's moral compass, we're going to have a lot of fun.
anytime you're thinking about what you should do or what you could do, you can say, what would Beleth do? And then do the other thing.
It's
Not
not like a
always,
moral
not
compass.
always.
It's more like a compass, like a behaving compass, like something he needs to like function on cities and stuff, because he doesn't actually like society pretty much.
Well, look at what Pinwinkle's done. He likes to do what Baleth does, and look where it's got him.
Nowhere
Yeah,
good,
look,
but a
look,
whole
look.
lot of fun getting there.
Yeah, look. All druids kind of plays like that. Like, hey, I don't like cities and stuff. Kagasero seems boring, but he's not quite boring.
So Kingasero doesn't care what's going on so long as he can just hang out with his mates.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Cool. Let's go do a lot of
Like-
drugs.
We have a whole section on it in the book.
You might hate vampires, but you'll think you are one.
No, I don't think I am one. Actually, the opposite. I think I am good against them.
We can get enough drugs to fix that.
Okay, and the other person we have online today is Jeremy.
Good evening, all. Yes, I'm playing Cordar,
Actual
one who
moral
wouldn't dream of trying to tell the party that he was the moral compass of the group. He just tries to be the hero that he thinks he tries to be, and that the world deserves that everyone should attempt to be.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like Jeremy's like the only
And
reason
as I
we
said-
can actually.
He asks himself every day, what the hell is he still doing with this group?
You see, now
Jeremy's
that
character is.
form of uncertainty can't be a healthy way to live. Balak knows exactly what he's doing with this group. Every
I know,
day he
but-
knows exactly why he's there. Whereas
Yep.
But yeah,
Cordar just doesn't seem to live with any sort of certainty in my life, and one day I hope to bring him over to the way of common sense.
So does Baleth carry around his eye collection with him?
No, well, it doesn't really have a choice at the moment.
Mm.
We didn't really get out of trouble last session.
Mm.
So, I mean, there's a pocket full of eyes that keep getting deposited.
And the thing is, you only get that wish if you've got all of them.
Yeah,
You got to carry all of them.
that's alright.
well, actually, what I wanted to say is Jeremy's character is actually the only reason we can like done tasks.
You don't what?
We can actually like fulfill tasks and quests.
Oh, right.
Because if wasn't Cordar, we were like going in every other direction, but not the direction
Well, no,
we should
okay.
be doing.
I'm sure that the party would achieve goals if Cordar was not there.
Yeah, well, you
Whether
know
they were
what?
the goals they set out to achieve, different question.
Yeah, so, I mean, Beleth doesn't stop you from achieving goals. He just takes you on a few side quests. And those side quests might involve your death or arrest, but they are side quests.
Okay, and there is an achievement at the end of them.
I'm not sure what that is, but yes.
Okay, I'm not saying what you're aiming for, but it does
So-
achieve something.
So really, this is a great metaphor for the war in Iraq. Like, we went to achieve the goals, and what were the goals? We achieved the goals.
We ticked the boxes.
Yes.
So that was the dice jail with even dice
Oh,
jail.
that's
written
so
on it.
cool. Stefan gets nice little things. I love it.
Oh, I forgot to say that this is my birthday session. Yay!
Yay!
Oh, happy birthday to Victor.
Happy birthday to Victor.
And we'll see what happens to his character as part of his birthday
Let's
gift.
see how well we can destroy Victor's character's spirit even more.
He's pretty broken right now. Body and spirit.
He's about to kill half of his society if they rise up even any further. Anyway, speaking of, let's see if we can kill half of his society
Okay.
if they rise up even further.
So, last session, you had incited a mob, travelled to a place called World's Meet.
Or the what?
World's
All
Meet.
world meet.
Yeah. All World's Meet. And you...
Old Borders meet. Old
Old.
Borders meet.
As in all of them. All
I
worlds
can't
meet.
speak that word. Fuck.
Just like
Oh, sorry,
15.
Chris.
God, I miss 15.
And
Well,
and while there, you found out quite a few interesting things, such as part of their meat comes from polymorphed people.
Yep.
nothing that Kangasero does care a lot, but
And some of the meat isn't polymorphed people. But still people.
that's meat, yeah. It's edible. It's fine.
And they've been giving this meat out for free through the pork order.
Okay, even better.
And so these guys have been getting quite a lot of acclaim from the poor people. And while you were travelling there, you basically got people to riot in Pinwinkle's name.
Yes, the whole party did that. It was disgusting. You're all terrible people.
Not the whole party.
Yeah.
Come on.
This is a party devoid in moral compasses.
So you had managed to do some
He could have
interesting
avoided
things.
all something.
And you managed to go in there, assault the place from two directions, and take on the guardsmen and the sergeant at arms, who was Van Kaskakin. So he was actually a well-trained soldier who almost took the party down.
Yeah, two training for my test.
Well, if they had have wanted to give an easy job to someone, they wouldn't have given that to you. You were the expendables,
Yep.
which I'm sure that Baleth is quite unhappy about being considered one of the expendables.
Oh no, other people can consider me expendable all they want. I just make
Actually,
sure
well,
I don't wake up the next day.
Now, you see, Bella's main concern about being considered one of the expendables is the fact that, well, that's fine. I've got a few expendables in front of me, so
Exactly.
that's okay.
You hit the nail right on the head, Jeremy.
Well, actually, Kangasero is like quite happy because his goals is one more step to be fulfilled. He wanna get a home here, not a home on town, but a home on someone else's garden.
You
Okay.
stay
that's
away
something.
from my fountain.
Okay, well, if I got the king's garden allowance,
So,
it would be way better than the font.
one thing to keep in mind is you got access to the king's garden if you return Van Kaskakin alive.
No, what? No, she said dead or alive, but she.
Oh, they were
like,
going to pay you for dead.
It was much preferable to be alive, but
Yeah,
he
yeah,
wasn't
no.
meant to come peacefully. Corda was even apologised if he gave that final swing.
And beheaded him. It's quite an amazing swing.
Oh, dang. So I have no home still?
You never had a home.
But
Yeah, I
you do
know,
have
I
a
know,
cadaverous
but-
garden you can climb into.
Yeah, but it would not go well to my health.
Well, you do
You've
like
got a house,
plants.
so that's okay.
Okay, so things you found out while you were going through that place was that the paperwork showing that other people had been involved in doing it. He didn't know all the details about what was happening.
I'm
And-
assuming this is stuff that the others will find as they go through, while Cordar's headed straight back to the guardhouse with Van Kaskakin's body.
Yep. And
How about the other persons that was alive, the other gods? Do we need to like escort them to the lady?
well, you were escorting them, so the three of you were escorting while the others were
Oh, that's
remaining
right.
behind.
Yeah, there was a couple of us went off there, took them away, and a couple people stayed behind to ensure there was nothing left.
Yeah, I remember, but I don't remember if I go escorting.
Well,
or
I
if I...
think Nekka and Cordar went, and I think the idea was Kangasero stayed behind with Balath and Pinwinkle to provide a bit of muscle if needed.
I might just swap those around and have Nexter and Pinwinkle stay behind, as they're not here at the moment. And so the three of you are doing the escort.
Okay then.
So as you're walking through the streets, you're hearing various people saying "up with Pinwinkle," "down with Pinwinkle." Who is Pinwinkle was also being said by quite a few of them.
And you've got Cornar muttering under his breath, "Goddamn Pinwinkle."
Pinwinkle, what a terrible man.
So can I get some healing on myself before like we went?
You could, but currently you're in the middle of the streets. As you're saying to the people around you, could I get some healing as they're hustling you along?
Ah, fuck.
Hey, if it makes Kangasero feel any better, Cordar's on 6 hit points out of his 42.
I got 4,
I
man.
told you I don't heal you until you get back up.
Yeah, no, and this is it. But Cordar's bleeding heavily. He's or probably wrapped a couple bandages around more of a tourniquet type stuff on some of the worst wounds, and then he's taken the bodies back to the guardhouse. So,
Okay, I need to show the ladies my scars and like
yeah, that'll heal them.
I don't heard that.
So which ladies are you showing which scars?
Belaf is happy to do a medicine check on you guys. Even a battle medicine check.
Well, okay. I mean, Cordar's working on the idea of we're just getting back at the moment. There'll be time to heal up when we get home. So.
Yeah, fair enough.
Okay.
While we're running,
Right,
Belaf
that's-
will just do a quick battle medicine on you.
See if we're about to die on the way.
Yeah. Lucky 15.
15. Okay, so before heading off, you do a quick heal on one of them. Which one?
Quarter.
go Kodar.
Oh, like you had a choice. Is he roll? Do you roll a d8?
Well, I
2d8.
was assuming it was going to be Kangasero.
8.
So Cordar gets back 8 hit points.
8 points.
He's doubled his current hit points.
And if there's because battle medicine's only one.
Once per
It's
day.
a one action.
Yeah, as in per person. Yeah.
Well, once per person per day
Yeah.
from you, but each person can battle medicine the same person.
Yeah. So I'll have a quick go at Kangasero as well, with a little bit of effort. Apparently not enough effort.
What did you
10.
get? 10? At least you didn't get 5.
Yeah,
So apparently Kangasero is immune to your healing.
that's great. Fantastic.
And then
That's not wrong.
and Kangasero had
At
already
least
battle
he's right.
medicine himself, so he can't do it this day. As had Cordar had also battle medicine Kangasero this day.
Right.
I kept notes.
I still have one heal spell from first level, not second one. It's still something that I can do if I need.
Okay, and you're
Probably need right now.
and you're currently hustling through the streets. Do you want to stop and cast your spell?
No, if he even starts to cast a spell, I'll stop him.
Okay, so you make your way back to the fortress. Citadel Bolshinek.
Fortress of Solitude.
Yes. So the amusing thing is, it is spelled Volshyenek. Volshinek.
Hmm?
Whether I pronounce it correctly or not is, completely up to the people who hear it.
Belaf, if you can type that for me, I will take
I
it.
ain't gonna type it. I can't even fucking remember it.
It's not like it's too much. It's the Citadel.
It's the
Citadel of
Citadel.
Bolsheviks.
The Guard Central.
Citadel of Bolsheviks.
Okay, and as you arrive there with the prisoners and to the head,
I caught out take the whole body. So, separately there, but...
Oh, Jesus, how are we getting through this town?
carrying a head.
Fuck.
I'm sure carrying a bloodied head, a bloodied corpse, a couple of other bloodied corpses, and a whole bunch of people tied up.
Rolled up in a rug.
And did you break into someone's house to get the rug?
So I don't think that's necessary.
The only thing that would stop Ella from doing that is that he'd have to move things off the rug.
Okay, so yes, you are basically carrying a bunch of dead guards through the town with other tied up guards.
Fuck. Yep, cool. Because we need more attention.
Well, most of the mobs who see you sort of go the other way.
Good idea.
Now, there's not many people who could, capture a bunch of guards and, kill most of them at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So either you're protecting the guards or you've just done this to the guards. And either way, the mob's not that interested in dealing with you.
Yep.
Better. Then we can go straight to...
Though a couple of them do throw a rotten lettuce and tomatoes in your direction before running off.
Prestidigitation.
They don't quite reach you. That's how far away they're throwing it.
Well, I mean, gather them up and I can purify food and drink.
Okay. And you finally make yourself back to the Citadel, where you are greeted by Cressidia, who is the leader of the place. Seeing if I actually have her title.
Yeah, the captain of the guard who asked us to go and find...
Field Marshal, actually.
Mexican.
Her title is Field Marshal.
Yeah, you guys should I should ask sorry for what Kageser is about to do, but he's like stepping in and say, "Look, lady, this guy give us a hard time, all right?"
She goes, "So you were successful?"
Well,
Kangasero, just wait, please.
not quite. As you can see, I am pretty beat up.
So you hold up the head?
Yep. This fellow here, he gives a rough fight.
And now you see the reason why Cordar was happy to leave Kagasero and Beleth and Pinwinkle back at the place first.
You must excuse my uncultured colleague. He is
She looks a bit shocked at the head just, dangling.
pure of heart, but sometimes very misguided in ways of social etiquette.
But you promised me that...
Belath takes the head and wraps it up in some cloth and hands it off.
Come on,
to the guard.
Belaf. Come on, Belaf. She
I will
promised me
cast
that.
silence on you, knave. Now settle down.
And you hear a guy going,
Ah,
"My
shit.
brother!"
She better give me access to the king's gardening.
My brother's dead.
Who
That's
is
what
your
I wanted
brother?
to say.
You just handed him his head.
Lol.
Cordar will step forward and say, yes, unfortunately, we were unable to bring Van Cassidy.
Jesus.
I believe you just, your mic just dropped out on you there, Jeremy.
Optimus Prime.
Yep, sorry. Yeah, sorry, but he's stepping forward to say, yes, unfortunately, he was unwilling to accept justice, and it was under my hand that, unfortunately, I had to kill him before he killed one of our other companions or myself.
She said, come in, we'll...
Any responsibility or concern or justice that needs to be done could come upon myself.
She gestures you all inside and she says quickly before too many other people make comment on it.
Right. Also, don't listen to Cordar. We're here as a party.
Even though we didn't actually have to have time to cook the rest of the body of the glassman.
But Belath hits Kangasero in the back of the head.
Oh, sorry. I will keep
How many health did you say you had, Victor?
Sorry.
No, seriously, how many health did you say you had?
I had like 8 or 4, something like that.
Snort.
Very few.
I miss you.
Fortunately, Ballot doesn't hit very hard.
And apparently he only just clipped you in the head and didn't actually hit you.
Yeah, I'm guessing 11 doesn't hit you, Victor.
Okay, I do realize this is like the social cue to like shut up.
11 doesn't hit you, right, Victor?
Yeah, but that's
Okay,
must be enough to like the social cue to like shut up and be quiet.
Yes, so a very smoky, fiery staff barely misses the back of your head.
Okay, so Kaga just realized that he must like be quiet.
Okay. So yes, she gets you inside, and once you sit down, she has some medics come and start tending to you. cleaning you up, and not that Balef needs it,
No, don't be ridiculous.
but they are tending to everyone.
you could tend to my wounds.
They do check him over. They seem quite skilled.
How about the access to the King's Garden? What she didn't say anything.
Okay, so does 21 hit you?
Yep.
What's a
Don't hit me, man.
quarterstaff damage?
Come on.
Quarterstaff damage would be D8.
Come on, man. What are you
Hey,
doing?
Victor, you're unconscious.
What are you doing, man? You can just shut me up and say me to be quiet. What
Yeah,
what the
didn't
hell?
work. Didn't work the last 3 times. So you're unconscious. I dealt maximum damage from the
I
staff.
asked it to you. The lady's not here.
Victor. Kangasero is now unconscious.
But on the bright side, he does have a medic handy who just goes, oh, he seems to have fallen unconscious. And starts pulling out the bandages and starts bandaging him up.
Good.
And,
Bit of a head wound there, back of the head.
and after about 10 minutes or so, she does manage to revive him. So Kangasero wakes up with 11 hit points, and both arms are taped to the body, and you're covered in bandages.
Now, when you wake up, when you open your eyes, in front of you, you see a hand wreathed in flames. And Balef says to you, if you so dare utter another stupid word, I will put you back to sleep. Good.
I am thinking about it.
You are going to get us killed or arrested. Shut up.
Okay, so as you're doing that, you do see that the remains of the dead guards that you've brought have been covered respectfully. They have gone over some of the things you brought with you, though the others were doing further investigation.
The documents and shit, right?
Yeah, the others have the documents. So you didn't bring any documentation with you, you just brought bodies.
Okay, we were just bringing the initial bits, yeah.
And then Chrysidia brings in a what appears to be a letter with love hearts all over it. And she says, does one of you happen to be a Cordar? She says,
Cordar step forward.
A strange halfling dropped this off, I believe related to the upstart noble Pimwinkle.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of a Pimwinkle. Have you?
That's strange because I was there at his wedding when you were.
No. See, I have many brothers. And a sister who looks a lot like me, the poor girl.
Baleth, remember, technically he was with us when we recruited into the guard for them to do this mission.
Why this person?
About 2 hours ago.
No idea who you're talking about.
She just looks at you and so much like your father.
Who?
She does give you your father's full name, which very few people ever drop.
Come. You know I'm here for certain other skills that aren't honesty or integrity.
Just like your father, she says.
Precisely. But I have no idea who you're talking about.
Just like your father.
Who?
And she gives you the whole name, just to get precisely, dropping it for you.
Never heard of him.
Well, yes.
Seems like
Cordar
man's a
will
fella,
take the letter with some distaste, suspecting he knows exactly who it's probably from.
It is perfumed as well.
Yep.
And the seal is a pair of lipstick marks on the back.
Yep. I will tuck it away in my jerkin.
And on the front it has your name with the words urgent underlined 3 times.
Cordar, open it up and read it. See what she has to say.
Someone who perfumes and seals with a loving kiss does not make it urgent.
I told you she was in love with you.
So it can wait until after the debriefing with Chrysidia.
Okay. She's going to send a couple more guardsmen to bring your friends back once they and secure the place based on what you've told her. She basically has a brief talk with you about what happened, makes notes, and then gives you the amount she'd promised, but tells Kangasera that unfortunately she can't give you access to the King's Garden as there's not currently a king, so it's now the Queen's Garden, and she's not sharing it with anyone.
So you lied to me.
No, at the time she had the authority to, but that authority's been revoked. And besides,
I can see you, David.
and she also says, and on top of that, you didn't actually successfully carry out the task that you'd been assigned to get access. She would have fought if you had brought the person back alive, but dead is a lot harder to justify giving it to someone who can only partially do what they're asked to do.
Perfectly understood, milady.
But she'll do what she can.
We shall endeavour to improve next time.
She'll do what she can to get more tasks your way to try to get access and getting the Queen's graces.
Do not put yourself out, my lady.
I don't trust her anymore.
Do you say that?
I think he did.
I said that I don't trust her anymore.
She looks at you and says she has to be careful how she trusts you as well. A druid who can't fulfill his promises is not much of a druid.
I would like to say something, but I don't want to.
Hang on a second. Wait. I was just a moral compass.
Yes, you were. And see, it actually came to pass that Victor's statement early on was true. And you denied it empathically, and you became the moral compass.
Place down now.
I'm not entirely certain that you were a moral compass, because technically you were still just looking out for Beleth's skin.
It was a Beleth moral,
Look,
but
I'm
still a
not
Beleth.
saying it was altruistic, but I am saying that I was Kangasera's moral compass.
Well, as I said, I didn't disagree with the idea of Beleth can be the party's moral compass. Whichever way Beleth's pointing, we go the other way.
And yet we're going this is the way that I indicated now.
Oh, I see.
So this is really your fault if this goes wrong now.
Hey, Cordar's already accepted responsibility.
Yeah, and we can't let that happen because you'll also accept the victory at the same time.
See if that is a mark.
That would be lovely if it was. Unless he watches the replay, in which case, no, fuck you, Mark.
There are just other discussions that I'm in groups of.
Tell them to stop. Just rude.
I ended up muting them a lot of the time, but it's not hard to do it everywhere.
Yeah, I know, right?
Especially when it's like, why haven't you gotten back to me? I muted you. When? 6 months ago.
Yeah, leave me alone and go away.
Okay, so she says you're welcome to use the barracks here for the night, as the streets are a little crazy. There's a lot of people wanting to kill nobles, such as Squire Beleth over there.
Did you just call me a squire?
Yeah.
No, squire.
Well, that's how your dad refers to you, she says.
Why we don't leave
Since
town
when you
and
listen to my father?
About once a week.
And you believed him?
Well, that was his term of endearment, he said.
Oh, it'll be endearing in a second. The second I see him,
He says you've got a lot to learn still.
I have a hell of a lot to learn, but I have more to teach.
Oh, so you're joining the military academy?
Don't be ridiculous.
You're not teaching there?
No. I'm teaching people how to do things.
Like
Yeah, you
cooking?
might. What? Sorry, what?
Cooking?
Cooking? No. I am enjoying the lack of cooking by certain people. Love that.
Yes, she had heard that Pimwinkle was an amazing chef by a halfling. working with the Queen.
I would neither listen to Pinwinkle or that other half.
So she was recommending that we get him to prepare a meal.
Yep, that's a fantastic idea. You should do that.
So yeah,
Oh, you guys have a full kitchen, right?
So-
There's quite some parts we bring over.
we'll try to ask him next time we see him.
Well, make sure it's in order. He won't do it if you ask him.
It's not really something I feel comfortable ordering people to do.
Oh, come on.
Because I'd rather them actually do it because they want to and not because they're forced. Unless, of course, they actually work as a soldier.
Oh, well, tell him that. Make sure you tell him that. I'm sure he'll be amenable and work well with you on that.
We shall see what we shall do. So, you're welcome to spend the night here. We expect things to settle down overnight. And if there's any trouble here, we'd ask that you assist any of the guards with helping secure the place.
Happy to.
So, try not to kill anyone this time, she says, specifically at Kangasero.
I got beaten, so.
You got bitten
Not
by the
beaten,
guy.
but beaten, not bitten. But fuck.
Beaten.
You got beaten. You got
Yeah,
beaten,
that's
not
the
bitten. That's a shame because we could really do with another vampire here.
Come on, Martin. I got my tongue stuck. Don't tease me.
We're not teasing you. We're definitely not teasing you, Victor. If we were teasing you, I'd make it obvious enough for you to know that.
And she does say that they could use another vampire in the service.
Okay. What did you say?
She says they could use another vampire in the service.
So there's vampires here?
There's
Vampires.
all-
She says there's vampires everywhere. Didn't you know that?
Well, Kanga will not sleep that well today.
You're not going to. Kangasera's not going to sleep at all.
Is that
I like the way you mentioned that Kangaseo wouldn't sleep well that way during the day. On the idea that normally he does.
Well, he seems to be sleepwalking through his entire life anyway.
Okay, so you get assigned one of the barrack rooms to rest in. They give you ample food and plenty of drink.
Do they like cook the guards we bring on?
They imprison the guards you bring back, and they put the ones that you killed in their in one of their storerooms until they can bury them properly. But
okay. So no cooking. Okay.
no, but they do have guards watching over the dead bodies just so they don't rise up and kill people while they sleep.
Okay.
It's a real concern, you know, Kangasero. It could happen.
Yeah, I know.
It does happen.
Look, if everybody that they were known that, so.
The one of the guards, when you say that, comments, I really wouldn't want the undead flesh inside me start to animate while it's going through me. We saw that happen once. It was horrible.
Well, you chew before you like swallow, right?
Not everyone does,
Oh.
he says. He just pats you on the arm as he walks off.
I
He says he
know,
recommends
but
lots
okay.
of bites and lots of chewing. Chew at least 100 times before swallowing. Any meat, always a good idea.
Okay.
Cordar will need to have a
before we
quiet word
rest-
with Cressida before we actually depart the briefing. Just to confirm that, yes, as I'm sure you understand if you've met Beleth's father, Beleth may be one that does not necessarily have everyone's best interest at heart in everything he says.
Well, she
Please
says...
understand that Pimwinkle is under a doom that would prevent him from being involved in any cooking.
Yes, well, the reason why the younger civil tongue inherited the name of the father.
Okay. Before we rest, can I try to patch myself, use my spells a lot, and try to back myself to full when we get to sleep?
Well, you have been trussed up quite nicely. And you do think that when the hour rolls round, they might actually come back and check you over and try to help you heal more.
All right.
Because
That's okay.
you are basically under the care of the guards.
Okay.
And unlike other places, they actually look after the people who work for them.
I will try to find myself a place on the floor that's comfortable enough to sleep. I don't like beds.
Okay, you find a nice dirty corner,
Okay, that's good. That's good.
and you're joined by two little dogs.
Oh, look! At least some companions.
And they basically climb up and fall asleep on top of you.
Oh, nice. Okay, that's no problem.
Okay, so
Cornar will.
If
Cornar
they
will
don't
have
have
to,
meat,
spend
that's okay.
the afternoon continuing his Carter and a sword's dummy type stuff. He's disappointed with himself that it had to actually come to the idea of decapitation.
well, when you've got to take someone out, that was an impressive end to the battle. There can only be one is a memorable thing.
But, and they say it was something that he reckoned that it was effectively a deliberate action at the end there when he realised he wasn't going to take him alive, but it was still not the original goal. So,
Okay, so
Dubelaf is here on the barracks.
yeah, Balath is in the same barracks as you.
but he also will be aiming to. So if they've done the patching up and things like that, he'll be aiming not to open wounds. So it'll just be light Carter.
And
Beleth does spend some time attempting to treat anyone with wounds, with regular heal checks.
though you also see that the nurses do come around every hour to, while the medics come around every hour to see if anyone needs further patching up.
Yeah, but Beleth's just better, really.
Quite possibly.
So
Yeah.
Keke just said to Belaf like, "Hey Belaf, I know you care about us, and I'm sorry to disappoint you on the fight back there. I'm sorry to not be strong enough."
What fight? I just beat you till you fell asleep. It was all good. Don't worry about it.
I believe he's talking about the earlier one.
What? Oh, that one.
I am talking about the guy that beat us like he was a cursed vampire or something.
I'm torn between my irritation between you believing that everything is a vampire and wanting to feed you beliefs of everything is a vampire. I'm very torn. That's okay, Kangasero. It's everything's okay.
I know I am.
Shut up and go to bed.
On the edges. Okay.
Cornell will also take the opportunity when he's having a bit of a breather occasionally, no one else around. He'll pull out this urgent letter.
Okay. So as you open it, you do see little glowy butterflies flitter away from the paper.
Definitely urgent.
And inside it appears to be a note from your family. With a small little note written by whoever done the letter saying, this arrived for you in Magnamar, so we passed it along to you in Corvosa.
Okay. So, but when Graffiti came to me, she was definitely saying it came from Pinwinkle's family, didn't she? Yeah. So it appears to be a letter in a letter, is that what you're saying?
Yep, so basically Pinwinkle's family shuffled it from Magnamar to Corvosa for you.
Right.
And
so is there indications of exactly who provided the extra floral and otherwise incentives to the external envelope?
that would be Pinwinkle's family.
Yes, but anyone particular within Pinwinkle's family?
One of his wives. To be honest, you find it very hard to tell the difference between them.
No, that's why. As a player, I was actually thinking it come from his sister. So, and the wives are probably just as bad, if not, I'm not entirely certain which is worse. So.
Well, considering what his wives are like, you now understand the whole envelope and the effects.
Yes, that's right. No, that does make context. That makes a lot more sense now. Yes.
Considering that they went for subtle.
Yes. Well, it was actually the sort of thing. I was also thinking that, oh yeah, his sister's acting very quickly again after I dropped her name to actually start the fight at the All the World meet.
Okay, so
okay, so yes, so then having effectively thrown away the external letter as irrelevant, What does the internal letter say?
Internal letter is coming from your family in Sandpoint,
Yep.
asking for your help because someone's uncovered a ruin underneath Sandpoint that has let some strange creatures out of. And they need someone with a strong stomach and a good arm to help stop whatever menace is crawling out and attacking people in the city.
I'm going to cast so much prestidigitation this week.
Ah. And is this letter dated from the family?
Yeah, it's dated 4 days ago.
4 days ago. Okay.
Oh, the mailmen are pretty fast here.
And the letter from the Pinwickle's family is dated this day, so it took them 4 days to get the letter there.
It would probably take 30 hours.
I mean, if I order something, it takes more than 4 days to get here.
Succubus work in mysterious ways.
Well, they do have the ability to teleport.
Indeed. Yes. So generally speaking, we were expecting to be spending nights at Magnemar and days at Corvosa, weren't we?
You were, yes.
We actually did alert the Pathfinder Society about this and ask them if we can go.
And so basically, the letter does talk about something with symbols like you have at that rune gate that was under your house.
Okay, so we pretty much need to go there and analyze.
Well, but the problem is we haven't actually got any way to get there yet.
Technically, you can use Pinwinkle to get there. And
Well,
that would
you-
just
We're going to have access to the gateway, right?
We can use Pimble to get access to Magnemar.
and Magnemar's 1 day's ride from Sandpoint.
Yeah, but that was it. Like I don't have it. I haven't got the rune gate working in Sandpoint yet, though, have I?
Not yet.
The
How
Okay.
about we go on just like right now?
So, well, assuming that it's by the time that Cordar actually looks at the letter, it's probably late afternoon or something. He will then come back in and talk to the others about the idea and, Pinwinkle, I guess, in sense, about the idea of actually getting back to Magnemar. And he'll also go and talk to, or aim to talk to Casina and explain that, well, yes, whilst the facilities here to for resting up and recuperating are wonderful, I've discovered I have urgent family business back home in Sandpoint.
Yeah, I can't wait to get out of this town.
So I have permission to depart and hopefully return within a few days.
She is happy for you too. When you get back, if you can check in, she'll probably have more work for you at that stage.
Well, we'll aim to be back as soon as possible, and as soon as I've confirmed or dealt with whatever issue it is that may be troubling family back home.
It's okay. She says she'll work on getting you as honorary members of the guard, which will give you some ability to walk around Corvosa with weapons and not be beaten up by the local guards. They sort of frown on people walking around the city with weapons.
then, particularly in the
Just
current
a
environment,
walking
that's
stool.
perfectly understandable.
Mhm.
So, but yes. We'll endeavour to be back soon.
Okay. So
Um,
she wishes you luck. Gives you the promised money if you can remember exactly how much that was. I'm sure you made notes.
I'm sure Mark
Oh
made notes.
fuck! Mark made those.
Okay, so she'll give you the money next time you return.
That's fine. That's fine.
Not that Kenga like.
Cordar worked on the idea that effectively they failed, so he's not working on the idea of anything with any rewards necessary. So
Well, you partly succeeded.
yeah, no, and absolutely, according to the deal that was made, hey, dead was certainly one of the options. It's just it wasn't the preferred option, and so therefore was a failure.
I just
Look at you
wanted
go,
a
you
garden.
completionist.
What was that
I
code?
just,
Look at you go, you completionist.
Kenga
You're the
just
arsehole who plays
wanted
Sonic and gets all the rings.
Kenga just wanted a garden to be naked on. What the hell? This whole endeavor was like a
Well, then next
whole
time
waste of
Kangasera needs
time
to
for
work
him.
harder.
Buy a house, tear it down, put a garden in its place.
Yeah, correct.
Then build a house in the garden.
And then someone else comes along, tears the garden down, and builds a house there.
Yeah. It's the natural
at least
way.
Or just don't live in the city.
at least the slaughterhouse is now like covered in groove. It's better like sleeping there than here now.
Okay, so you make it.
And you're not going to sleep there now.
Yeah, you make it to Pinwinkle's place without any major incident.
Cool.
Nothing
Alright.
managed to accost you in the streets at the time. There are a lot of guardsmen moving about, getting large groups to break up.
Is it daytime or is it the same day?
It's same day,
Late afternoon, early evening,
and
probably.
it's getting to
Okay.
dusk by this stage because of you having to wait around and rest up. So you were at the guardhouse for a couple of hours before Corda finally got to the ladder.
Did
And
we got like the 8 hours rest stuff, or just if you sleep on the night?
you
Okay.
have not gotten 8 hours rest yet. You got about 4
Okay.
hours rest.
All right.
And you make it to Pinwinkle's place. Meet up with Pinwinkle and Nexa. And use the teleportation to Magnimo. Finding yourself in Magnimo.
That sounds fraught with danger, but I'm happy enough if we hand wave it.
Well, Mark's not here to roll badly, so we'll just say he succeeded.
Fantastic.
We're a lot safer.
It's always amusing when you say you succeeded when you're not there, and they go, "What?" Well, then no one has to roll. It's just in the background, but you're still doing stuff. And
And we can also explain that while we were there, because he was the host, he prepared us a wonderful dinner.
and because it wasn't him, there's no repercussions for that either.
Exactly, that's right.
All right. So we did when travel through the night, or we get rest before
And-
we go.
So you arrive in Magnamar just after sunset.
Okay. How do you guys feel about like traveling through the night and get there as soon as possible, or actually get rest?
Cordar's aiming to travel as quickly as possible.
I think
I
we're
know,
all
but-
mad and we need to rest.
Yeah, but we rested a lot on the infirmary there, so.
And
And yet you're still bleeding from every orifice.
and there is a black cat with red glowing eyes staring at everyone.
That's not a cat, and we should go. How about you guys?
Oh, have a sook about the cat. Just keep doing the thing. Also, you are almost dead. I hit you in the head and knocked you out.
You got 11 hit points back, but that's all you got so far.
So they,
Okay, then we were sleeping here on Pinkwicker's house.
I'm sure you can sleep in Pinwinkle's bedroom.
Cordar's
Ah.
not sleeping in Pinkerton Place. He's going to the Magnemar Pathfinder office.
Pickwick will have a a big house, so he might have a garden or something.
His place in Magnamar is a little shack with a upstairs a couple of bedrooms, a downstairs living kitchen, storage room, and a basement.
So no garden.
It does have a garden of a couple of flower pots and a raised vegetable line.
I better sleep on the Pathfinder Society Lodge, I guess.
Okay, so you all head off to the Pathfinder Lodge except for Bimwinkle.
Yeah, of course.
He's got the family duties to make care of.
After all, we need to talk to them and explain where we are going and why.
And you manage to make it to the lodge without any issues. Apparently, Magnamar is quite a lot safer with the Hell Knights here at the moment. Though there have been a lot of inquiries for a Beleth.
Who?
Maybe you should be a Pickwickus.
Never heard of such a handsome devil.
Cordar's aiming to get back to the house, like the Pathfinder Lodge. If there's the opportunity to speak to Madam Hindmarsh, report latest incidences in Corvosa, and also inquire if there have been any news of issues or concerns in Sandpoint.
Well, she spends an hour talking with you about what happened in Corvosa and updates you on a goblin army gathering north of Sandpoint, and that the other team has gone off with Shalelu to investigate what's going on there.
Where in Sandpoint?
Has there been any word of information about some discovery under the town?
No.
Cordar will actually show her the letter from the family to say, I received this today, apparently a few days ago.
She looks at it and goes, "Oh, this arrived here 2 days ago, and I managed to get in touch with Pingwinkle's family, who said they'd get it to you as soon as possible."
Yes,
she hadn't opened it.
It travelled quickly, thank you.
Looking at the content, she says, "This looks a lot like what you found under the pier. So maybe you are the best guys to look into this one."
Well, has the your research and information into the shards? I believe it was I believe we actually had to find the second one before that would point to the third, didn't we?
That's correct.
So it's not that the Sandpoint itself has not been an indication prior to this, is it?
Not yet, but if you do find anything relating to one of the shards, it would be good to document that as well.
Absolutely.
Because the information is spread all over this nation, and the more information you have before you go down next time, the safer it will be for you.
Indeed, absolutely. So, well, I'm not certain that we'll achieve anything by trying to set out further this evening. If you don't mind, I will retire and aim to leave early in the morning.
She says she'll get some horses requisitioned for you for the morning. Just as long as you return the horses, or if not, you'll have to recompense the order for the loss of the horses.
Understandable. And thank you for the offer.
Mm-hmm. Unless, of course, your druid wants to turn into a horse and become saddled, she says.
Well,
I can't sustain a transformation like that right now.
She looks at you and says, well, maybe later. I heard some druids actually like that. It's part of their interest. She says druids are weird people. Sometimes they run naked in the wilderness.
Cordar suppresses a small shiver going down his spine, saying, well, he'd only be able to carry one.
Kagasero just like gives her the shoulders, like whatever. He doesn't like understand that she's trying to pick him up, like make jokes and stuff.
Oh, she was actually serious about being able to turn into a horse and carry other party members. As she has worked with druids in the past.
Yeah, he just Kagasero just replied like honestly. He just said like he can't sustain a transformation like that. So he actually not like teasing in anything.
So you guys have a good night's rest.
Beleth, before he sells Beleth, would like to investigate why people are looking for Beleth.
Oh, apparently one of the heads of the Hell Knight orders has a beef with Beleth.
Oh, fuck that guy. Yep. Beleth is now completely and utterly incognito.
He's been knocking on all the doors around Magnamar trying to find anyone who knows you.
Never heard of him.
We even let him look through the Pathfinder Lodge and said with proof that there is no Beleth here.
No.
And no one who looks like that.
There's no Beleth here. I've never heard of him.
But apparently there are two little halfling girls who say they know you quite well. He's wonderful. Would you like to have a threesome? And apparently the guy decided not to come back to that place.
Nice. Horrifying. But I've never heard of him. Beleth takes on a completely different personality.
I was going to say, what would be interesting here is Beleth making the realization of, okay, so Pinwinkle's place is probably safe. At least from the Hell Knights.
No Hell Knight has gone back to that place since the guy had visited it.
Beleth is very tempted to cut Pinwinkle's lunch, to be honest. But you've never heard of that Pinwinkle or Beleth. Beleth wears significantly less ostentatious clothes.
Okay. Does he have any significant less ostentatious clothes?
Yeah. Not much, but yeah.
Yeah, the one pair of clothes that doesn't stand out.
Well, he's got to have at least one, and it's probably something he dirtied up in an adventure or something.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and you forgot to wash because it was one of those you didn't really think you'd need again.
No.
But precipitation solves everything.
Yeah, I don't want to clean them up too much, though. I guess I'll just leave them dirty.
Okay, so the next morning when you get up to go, you've got the first sight you've had of Beleth not looking prim and proper in probably every year.
Oh, you've no idea who this Beleth is that you're talking about. That Welsh accent really died off then.
Well, it sounded more Irish than Welsh.
No.
To be sure.
That's why the Irishman wore 3 condoms. To be sure. No, ain't never seen no Beleth out here.
Okay, so...
I take one look and keeps moving. Says, are you ready? Let's go.
Righto then.
Okay, so you have 5 magnificent horses.
Yep.
All saddled.
Cool.
They have the Pathfinder Lord symbol on one of the seats on the saddle itself.
Yeah.
But of course, it's you only can do it when you run your hands over it because it's not filled in; it's just engraved in it.
Gotcha.
So fair but subtle. Just like a lot of their stuff, we hide in plain sight. We put it on the front of the door, and we don't admit that we belong to it.
Fuck's sake.
Just like the Masons.
Yeah.
And you all get to do a handle animal check to see how well your horse behaves for you.
Alright, thank God I'm good at that.
Finally, we've found something that Kangasera is good at.
What does the technically come under?
That becomes nature, I believe, handle animal.
Nature, yeah, that's right. Corner, I got 23.
Kagasu got 28.
So Corda has no problems with his horse. Kangasero's horse is following him around, just obeying the barest of commands.
14.
Balath has problems getting on his horse. And every time he tells his horse to do something, it just looks at him.
Corda will, having watched Balath and probably Pinwinkle, stumble around for a bit, he'll then dismount again and help them get up on the horse and come on, let's get going.
Can I try
It'd be a fine horse. It's a little bit lively though.
At least the horse didn't run away from you.
Oh, I burn it to the ground.
Such a Bella thing to do.
Can I aid Kodar to handle his horses?
You can if you wish, though. It doesn't take much for the lot of you to assist.
Yeah.
Especially considering he failed by 1.
And obviously, Pinwinkle and Nexa have no problem because they're not here.
Yeah.
Don't you love it when, doesn't Balath love it when Pinwinkle shows him up his inabilities?
And a halfling mounts a horse no problems, even though he's small.
Well, of course, actually, no, because Balath's not here either, is he? So that's okay.
Nope, he's not here. Don't worry about him.
So you go heading off before first light, reaching the gate just in time for them to open it up for the day's traffic. The guardsman waves to Pinwinkle and calls him out by name. Apparently Pinwinkle's quite well known considering he does have a title in the city as well. Just that he didn't actually start a revolution here.
Or someone who can start a revolution in his name, one of the two.
Don't know what you're talking about.
Giving time, I'm sure he can do it in every city as well.
You're damn right he can.
Okay, can we go straight to the house from the people that asked help?
Okay, so you start heading off at a fast travel. And along the way, you come across strange tracks in the ground.
Can I make a survival check to
How far from Sandpoint are we? Like, how long
About-
have we traveling for?
About halfway, so you've been traveling for about half a day.
Uh-huh. Well, I assume we probably want a bit of a rest for a meal, probably. So yeah, we can look at the track while we're resting.
I got 25.
Okay. Looking at the tracks, they look like horseshoes that have burnt into the ground.
Caught
Can I
up
try
thinking,
a nature
goody,
check?
how much?
And at the
there.
and at the end of each horseshoe, where you would expect there just to be around this, there are claw marks, as if it's a horseshoe with claws.
Can I try a nature check to hack knowledge and see if I can remember something like that?
You can.
Oh, quite high. 18 plus 10, 28. Quite high.
28. There is nothing in nature that has that does that.
Nor nature nor magical beasts.
No,
Okay.
but you have heard rumors of a mythical beast in the region called the Sandpoint Devil.
Yeah, caught.
Corda
Do
has
I
heard of that
remember
one.
anything about that type of creature? Besides his name?
Well, considering there's only one of them, and it lives near Sandpoint, hence the Sandpoint Devil being its name. It's a horse-like creature that has wings, claws, hooves, breathes fire, and has killed everything that's gone up against it.
Would knowledge, would occultism
would probably give you some bits on it.
Never mind.
It's probably bad.
Yep. No, it's actually... Do you guys not know about the Sandpoint Devil? Do you guys not know about Sandpoint Devil? It's a kindly beast who looks after everyone it comes by. It's for kindness and charity, that Sandpoint Devil. Not Beleth says this with complete confidence.
Okay, so we should be ready for anything in the world, maybe.
And one thing you have heard is that the Sandpoint Devil has become the personal quest nemesis of Dooza in the Friday night group. Has been quested with taking out the Sandpoint Devil by the orcs of Uglin as a major quest.
That's awesome.
Which means they may or may not achieve it during the entire length of the campaign. The later they leave it, the more chance they have.
I'm so gunning for this Sandpoint Devil. Anything to ruin another night's holiday.
Whereas Cordar works on the idea, yes, the Sandpoint Devil exists.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, if we come across it, we'll die. Let's avoid it, but it doesn't normally come out during the daytime, so we're safe. Let's keep moving.
You genuinely believe that Belath genuinely believes that the Sandpoint Devil is a kind-hearted creature.
And Bella's welcome to believe that.
So we should not be worried about the road ahead?
No! Shouldn't worry about it. It's the Sandpoint Devil.
Okay, so let's go full speed then.
A kindly creature, friendly with nature, one with... Oh, we have gone Irish.
I told you.
One with nature. It's a good little beast.
I may even have a picture of it. Oh. How lucky am I to reach the right book? There we go.
There we go. You see? Looks like nothing but kindness.
So a horse that breathes fire.
Yep.
Doesn't have a nice inside view of it either, so... Yep, so...
That's not 12. That's a $12
That's
book.
because no one's seen the inside of it yet. Well, at least not to live to tell tale.
But it was a $12 book. Just a pamphlet book.
I saw the price. The price tag there.
Yeah, to buy that now would be a lot more than $12. Because they stopped producing those ones.
I know.
Okay, so... You spend the rest of the day traveling to Sandpoint, reaching it just on sunset. As you do, there are a pair of Hell Knights at the gate. A pathway that used to be open to free travel.
And so, does the city actually have walls now and a gate? It always had them, but they were always open before.
It had a north wall, which was normally guarded because that's where most of the horrors of the region come from. Yep. But you never used to have a southern gate, and was never manned. And now they seem to be erecting fortifications, and the fortifications actually look very effective, if very crude.
Yep. Now the swamps that are nearby, are they normally south or east or north? I can't remember off the map.
So the swamps with where the leech toads came from were from the south. You rode past them.
We went past the swamp effectively on our way in, yes.
Yeah.
And certainly that's where Cordar spent a lot of his youth. So.
And you see two warships in the cove. We're flying the Hell Knight flags.
Right.
Alright there, my friend.
So are the Hell Knights, are they displaying the same symbol as the Hell Knights in Magnemar?
No, completely different symbols.
I thought it was, yeah.
Which I should look up so I can give you the correct symbols.
Is this the same symbol that Shitty McDouche has?
Maybe these ones are not after Bella.
Alright, never mind.
They have different symbols in each group.
Yeah. So it's
Oh,
likely that
okay.
these aren't linked to Shitty McDouchebag.
It is quite likely they're not.
Fantastic.
Are
The next
they-
question is that faction aligned with Shitty McDouchebag's faction?
Technically, they all have alignments, but most of
Yeah.
them are more than happy to tick the others off.
Yeah.
They don't necessarily work well with each other. They
Yeah.
might well do.
But that's exactly why I'm asking.
Okay, so one of them bears the Order of the Chain symbol.
Nice.
Now, where's the other one that is here? I must have them on one of my other note pages. Help setting notes. Because the other, I think which group was dealing with the Hell Knights the most? I think it was the other group. Okay, where are my Hell Knight notes?
Okay, so I think that I had some limited information on the fact that I had some bit of time back in Sandpoint during the downtime period, but I don't know that you got into much detail on it at that point. So.
Okay, I think it was, yeah, I had kept notes on everything. Where are they? One of those things of I should have moved my notes somewhere else.
So
Oh well. It's Order of the Chain and one of the other orders, so I'm going to say they both have the Order of the Chain symbol.
okay, anyway, right now the important part is, are they stopping people coming in? Are they searching thoroughly?
They seem to be
Okay.
talking to everyone who comes in.
Yep. Cordar will certainly, he presumably probably in at the front most of the way, hurrying people along. And we'll aim to get through the gates as quickly as possible. There's minimum discussion saying, yes, Cordar, Sandpoint, returning home.
Yeah. And they open a ledger, as you say, you're from Sandpoint coming home, and they're checking out where you your family. They seem to have it all written down, and they tick it off saying you're welcome in. Who is your companions?
Traveling companions. We have Candice next.
And Gorak Muckdealer, nice to meet you.
Biggest
Winkle,
share of the wild.
and Cordar was going to say Luan, but
No, Gorak Muckdealer, my friend.
He looks you up and down and says, "I'm sorry, but that doesn't sound truthful."
I got an 18 on deception.
He got a 25.
Yeah, no, just making a joke. Of course it's not truthful. Wouldn't be truthful if I wasn't hiding my real identity.
Yes, so who are you really?
Can't tell you that.
Then I don't have to let you in.
Oh gosh, damn it. One of your old Hell Knight friends, the other ones with the Order of the Broken Penis,
I'm sure we have plenty of those, he says.
Yeah, they don't like me, so I try not to be too conspicuous.
That's okay, I can tell them you've gone somewhere else if you like, just I need a name.
Plum and Goranov, my friend. Plum? No, Jesus Christ, yeah! Plum and Goranov!
He looks you up and down and goes...
Rolled a 1 for that one. No.
Goes, no, I think you have gotten yourself confused with someone else again.
Yeah.
Last chance.
he said that with such authority and aplomb. He probably believed it.
Yeah, but Jeremy, I rolled a 1. Beleth Silver Tongue, my friend.
Okay. Usually his ability to not to tell your lie keeps getting worse and worse.
Yep.
So he's getting closer to rolling a 1. And he goes,
I better bloody believe that, otherwise I'm in shit.
Well, if you had rolled a 1 on that one, he wouldn't have believed you. So he goes, yes, I've heard someone's looking for you.
Sorry, if you had rolled a 1 on that one, he would have told you your first story was better.
I know Beleth and you ain't him.
He pulls out a slip in and says, "So yeah, this person's offering a reward for you. He's a bit of a dick." He rolls it up and puts it away.
I know. As you can understand why I'm trying to avoid him.
I know, he's just a bit of a dick.
Yeah. He is a bit of a dick, and
He never gives up.
probably beat me a lot.
Oh no, he wants to kill you.
Well, yeah. I mean, I imagine death comes after the beating.
Oh no, death comes first, and then he brings you back again, and then he kills you, and then he brings you back again, and then he kills you.
This nonsense. And I truly believe that when people die, they don't stay dead unless they become a demon or a devil. I guess. Really.
No, very few devils or demons ever come back from people.
Yeah, well, there's going to be one eventually, and it's probably going to be me. Especially if I'm
Well,
killed
try not to go to
14 or
Riddleport
15
then,
times.
because the people who really hate devils and demons are based there.
Yeah.
And vampires.
I'm a chillax.
Oh, vampires aren't that bad as long as you stake them, he says.
Oh yes. Stake them.
They're
I
very
like
good
that.
conversationalists
I
up
like
to that
But
point.
while we are here, can you tell me more about your interactions with vampires and just how they are fraught across this land?
Vampires? I don't believe there are any vampires here. That's just stupid. These people are a little too country town for vampires.
Oh no, not here, but I'm talking about widely distributed across the land and the regions.
Well, if there's any place with ancient ruins, there's a good chance there might be a vampire poking around trying to get more power.
Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Kangaseri, you want to go to some ancient ruins?
Where?
Never mind. Deathly afraid of vampires.
I can probably tell. It looks like he's got some bite marks on his neck. But he does also look cursed as well. So
Yeah. Cursed to be dumb, but also cursed.
we have heard of this rune curse.
No?
Yeah.
Go on.
Yeah, they generally die. Horribly. Lots of pain.
Fantastic. I mean, terrible.
Make examples of why people should not get rune curse in the first place.
Yeah.
They have a story about how someone lingered at death's door for 60 days before he actually died.
You mean he's going to die in 60 days?
No, he will be in the I can't move, I can't do anything with my life for 60 days before he dies.
Oh, okay.
So death's door, unable to be healed by magic or time.
He's
Not
going to
me.
get to that point.
Most of them do.
Not me. The primal powers of the nature will keep me going.
Well, as long as you're healthy and hearty, there's always hope. But the moment you start seeing vampires everywhere, things are going to go really badly for you.
Can I
Yeah, but there's no vampires here,
perception to
right?
see whether he's actually talking shit or is it not much? 21.
He sounds very believable.
Yeah, right.
He says
Well, he certainly believes
he
it.
says that the people with the black rune curse always see vampires everywhere before they die.
But not me. I only see real vampires.
I never said that they were fake.
Yeah. I killed one of them. Back
Just-
in Magnamar.
Just
No,
one.
you didn't.
I'm sure there are more
Yes, I
than one
did.
out there. And apparently they're attracted to you.
Well, that's better because I don't need to find them to kill them. They come to me.
They do. While you sleep. Every time you sleep.
I don't believe him.
That's what the ancient scrolls say, he says. And then he lets you in.
Alright.
No foreboding whatsoever.
Can we go like straight to the place that people were asking help?
Okay, so you rock up to the house of Cordar. What does Cordar's house look like?
Well, it might take a bit longer to find it because Cordar went through, but he wasn't talking to the guard. Yeah, if they wanted to stop and chat, that was up to them.
Okay, so you look around and Cordar's missing.
Right, but next time Pinwood will be with Dimsy as well, because Corner, they would go with Corner. But if you
To
ask me,
think that I invited you into my home.
if considering what the details the guard took, you probably know exactly where the family lives.
Yeah.
Okay, so when we get there,
Yep.
what do we see?
You see 3 horses out the front, tied to a post.
I bash the door in.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Okay, the door shatters on the hinges.
And then Corner appears and punches you and kicks you out of the house.
No, you don't.
No, you do, absolutely.
You just broke his front door.
Yeah, then people were asking for urgency. Then I got in fast.
And that's fine. Corner got in second.
Okay.
Where am I? Unarmed.
You're just lucky he's getting you with unarmed, to be honest.
Well, technically, he didn't actually have. He settled down at home. He thought it was all safe.
Look. For all I know, this was your fault. Why don't you leave the door open?
What do you mean, leave it open?
Yeah, you know, Kagasura. Why did you
No,
don't
it's the
leave the
same.
door open?
The door was shut because it's winter.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I burst in.
So, but actually, Corner's not talking.
Yeah, no,
Someone just bashed into his house.
Balath is standing right beside Anaway.
Mm-hmm. Watching everything.
Oh, that's
That's
Plus
pretty
11.
for me.
AC 23.
I think that's your
Yeah,
head.
that's a hit.
So, for 7 points of non-lethal bludgeoning.
Okay, he gives a nice resounding swack to Kangasero.
And then says, get the hell out of here.
What are you doing?
Go
man?
away.
People say
Just bashing down the door.
people say urgent.
Yeah, Kangasero, he's
Hey,
right.
no.
That's ridiculous. Why would you even?
Well, no, it's not even bothering to respond for and give Kangasero any chance to respond.
Well, the door wasn't open. I burst in.
So, it caught us. Take another swing. What the hell are you doing? Busting down people's doors.
Yeah, you got him caught. You got him caught out so angry he's having trouble speaking.
Another 7 points of non-lethal bludgeoning.
Well, I don't understand you, man. Right?
Get the hell out of here.
If
There's an ear over there. Get out of here.
it blows, I would like to raise my shield.
Okay, so you raise your shield. You back out of his house.
Yep.
Okay.
We're already out of the house. He didn't get in. He's been pushed off the front porch.
Oh, you wasn't in? You was on the front of the house?
No, we were inside the house, but you bashed the door. Before you got inside, you got punched back out.
I burst in.
Yep, and then Cordas pushed you straight back out again and said, get out of here. He's been generous enough to point out where the closest tavern is, but that's all you're getting.
Okay.
No, it's not
Yeah,
okay. Get the hell out of here.
Kaga will be with the horses for a little longer before
Okay.
he go to outside.
3 heavily armed knights come around the corner with weapons ready,
Oh fuck.
asking what's the disturbance and can they assist in any way. Looking at Kangasero with suspicion.
No, we are here on a mission.
Thank you for the offer, guards. I believe it's been sorted.
Has a crime been committed? They say.
And what we committed,
Crime
sir?
against common decency, maybe.
That they have one punishment for any crime.
No crime for which charges need to be laid.
Well, there were no need for charges. They will just let gods decide.
Well, I'm sure they will decide in due course. Thank you.
Okay, they sheath their sword and say, as a resident, you get first say in what happens. But if pointing at Kangasero, if your pet druid makes any more disturbances, we will be forced to enact punishment on him.
I just don't like doors, okay?
Understandable.
We are keepers of the peace, and we keep peace brutally, they say.
Hmm. And then they move off.
Yep.
See, you shouldn't have a fight with me. They saw it. They
Get
don't
out,
want
you
fight.
Zero.
You see,
I'm not joking.
in the background, you see Nexa picking up the door and Pimwinkle trying to reattach it.
Yeah, don't do that. We will just give me trouble to bash in again.
Do you want the guards to deal with you?
No, I don't. I don't want
Get
to
out
be
of here.
shushed away.
Get
I don't
away.
want to be shushed away.
Get away.
What the fuck? He just started mumbling in.
Mm-hmm.
Because because from Gordar's perspective, you've lived in civilization for more than 4 years.
Yeah,
You
that doesn't
understand?
mean
Doors.
that doesn't mean I like doors.
I'm not saying it should, but you just kicked in my door. That's a different thing.
I found kicking doors amusing, actually.
Well, Cordar doesn't, especially with a kick door.
So,
I can see that.
Are you gone?
Not actually. I will keep the horses. Like,
The horses are fine right there, unless you want to take yours. But remember, it has to be returned to Magma.
Kangasero, it's
What?
quite clear that our entertainment can be had elsewhere this evening. Come, let's go cause some trouble in town.
okay then.
okay, you head over to the closest inn.
Once we're away from...
Run by a lovely Oriental young lass and
Who's currently missing?
Once we're away from Cordar's house, Belath hits Kangasero over the back of the head again.
Oh, don't do this, man. Kangasero's a bit angry and disturbed right now. Don't
I will
push him
burn
on.
you at the stake if you don't settle down. You almost got yourself and some of the party killed. Your stupidity is hurting us.
But that's Kodar's fault.
It's a door.
He was overreacting.
He was not. It's a door. It's his property. And if you don't start listening, I am not going to protect you any further.
Come on, man. Give me a discount.
No. No. You've single-handedly embarrassed yourself and me, and the entire party, and Cordar, and you've destroyed his property that he holds dear. Now, I don't like Cordar, and you sort of like him, but take into account that this is his place, his area, and he is also an ally, a useful ally. And you have come to his house, a place where his family lives, and broken his property. It is rude, it is offensive, and he is within his rights to hurt you a lot more than what he already did.
Hey, just a door. I didn't break the whole shack down.
No, you broke the door of his house, of his property. You might not understand that, but the sooner you understand that other people think differently to you, the better that you're going to go along, and the less you are going to be eviscerated by Hell Knights.
Now, you might also equate it to cutting down his sacred tree.
That's a fantastic point, strange voice from the sky. Imagine if the sacred trees of the forest were suddenly cut down. For some people, it's just wood. It's only wood. The same thing. You think it's only his door.
I got your point, so no breaking allies' doors then.
Don't break his shit. Don't break anybody's stuff unless you intentionally want to piss them off.
So nearby is one of the classiest inns of this place called the White Deer.
Yeah, no,
It's
we're
a
not
three-story
going
place.
there.
The Hell Knights have left it alone.
No. Nah. I'm not taking him in there.
Look, Olaf,
So you have
not
to
quite
move
been-
further afield.
That's fine. But if I go in there, somebody's going to die.
Can I talk to Belaf a bit? Just a bit.
Go right ahead.
I was sorry, Belaf. You're a good friend. I will try my best to understand more of the city dwellings. You
don't need to understand it, because it's not you. All you need to do is understand that people don't like it when you break their things.
Yeah, I understand now that was disrespectful, and I will apologize to Kodar when I get the chance.
You know I was going to
I'm sorry. I'm sorry I have not been too much. I didn't comply too much with
You're
the
right.
group and
You've
stuff.
been rude, so stop it.
So
It's okay to be rude, just not to people that matter.
I will make more effort to keep up with you guys and learn more to not be disrespectful. I'm sorry.
Fantastic.
I can understand what being disrespectful.
Good idea. Now stop talking and start drinking.
So you find another tavern nearby called Rice's Place.
Does it look scungy?
None of the places here look scungy. Every place here looks like they're being cleaned up recently.
By scungy, I mean, does it look like it's not frequented by the higher caste of this area?
There are no... The White Deer, while very nice looking, also look like the sailors and stuff would drink there.
Is that the one that we went past the first time?
Right, most of the places here, even no matter how high class they are, have to cater to the locals.
Right, so after
Sandpoint's still only a relatively small town.
After surveying the local establishment,
And
I guess we
frontier.
turn around and go back to that first place.
Do I get to share some ale with Belaf?
Okay, so when you arrive at the
No.
White Deer, it is a three-story building. First story is made out of stone. The stone itself has Shoanti markings in it, which for a place in the middle of a Varisian-style colony stands out on its own. And inside you were greeted by a softly spoken Shoanti man. He stands about 7 feet tall.
Okay, so, I am in the mood for
Hang
some
on,
drink
wait,
today.
Victor, can you just let Martin finish the description, please?
He
Sorry.
he has tattoos all over his upper body, which basically has what appears to be a cooking apron over the top of it. And he welcomes you with a very quiet voice to his establishment.
Good afternoon.
Says, do you need a place to stay?
Yes, I dare say we do.
You do look like new people, though your likeness has been stuck on my wall a few times.
What? Stuck in his walls?
He pulls a crumpled up piece of paper from his pocket.
Okay.
Uncrumples a parchment, and you see a really badly drawn version of Baleth on the paper, which he crunches back up again.
Awfully handsome man, that fella on that poster there.
Yeah, so someone from out of town is looking for someone who looks like you, but it's a Hell Knight, so I'm not inclined to assist.
Yeah, how long ago did he come here?
Oh, he hasn't. He just sends people with pamphlets.
How long ago was the last pamphlet that came here?
This one was put up yesterday. Last one was put up about 2 or 3 weeks ago. They keep disappearing for some reason. He has no idea why. But he has had no problem starting fires over recent time.
I do like this place.
You can find plenty of tinder lying around.
So, no, just swipe left on that one. Yeah, so we do require... Thank you very much. That's a fantastic...
But for you, there is a meal on the house. Apparently, last time you were here, you must have overpaid, and I remember your likeness.
I don't remember that, but fine.
You think he's referring to the poster?
Yep.
So, obviously, any enemy of the Hell Knight is a friend of his.
Yes. Right. Well, that would be fantastic, and your kindness is greatly appreciated.
Inside Bella's like, he loves Hell Knights, he just hates this dick, but we'll go with it.
Yes. I was wondering if we could perhaps eat a fine meal and.
We have fresh venison caught only yesterday.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, come on, Bella. Let's drink something. I just learned something important today. I'm feeling in the mood of.
Do you have anywhere quieter that my friend and I could drink?
We do. You could use one of our rooms, and I can have some of the maids bring up some drinks.
That would be magnificent.
That way, if you do get yourself drunk, you don't have far to go.
Brilliant idea.
And for you guys, I can say a silver a night is quite a acceptable price.
I would say that's quite acceptable too. Come on, Kangasero, pay the man.
Okay, is this enough? I pull all the money I have.
Whoa. He looks at all the money you've got and pulls out a single silver and then pushes the rest back to you.
Okay, I just put them back and I pay it off. Let's go.
Righto.
He just looks at you and rolls his eyes.
Who leave money with me?
Some people. He comes from a place where there isn't really a concept of money.
So did his grandfather, he said.
Yeah.
They hit things for what they wanted.
Yeah. We're still trying to work on the whole table manners thing.
Yes,
We're trying.
it turns to you, Kangasero, and says, if you're anything like my ancestors, you need to understand that a locked door means you knock and wait for someone to open it, not just walk into it and expect it to move for you.
Yes, Kangasero, that would be a fantastic lesson to learn, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I learned today that that's just disrespectful.
And on that, all the doors here are reinforced, so you're unlikely to kick them in. Which one of my ancestors learnt the hard way. So I would rather you not attempt it because you would then unfortunately get the displeasure of the local Hell Knights who have promised to keep the peace.
Yeah, they're
Okay, so that's not a challenge, right?
He says if you bash one of my doors, the Hell Knights will make sure you don't do it again.
Okay, I got
Kangasero,
it.
just
So
in
not
case
a
you didn't
challenge.
pick it up, he meant they'll kill you.
Oh yeah? Why?
That's the only sentence they have for
Remember
any
this
crime.
thing we were talking about before about manners and politeness and not
Yeah,
breaking
yeah,
things?
yeah,
Well,
yeah.
there's consequences to these actions where if you do that, most places they would make you pay for the door to replace it. Here, they'll kill you.
Oh, this is kind of overreacting. But okay,
Yes.
I got it.
Well,
It is
it's-
overreacting, but it's
doors.
also the thing
No
that we
bashing
have to
doors,
accept.
Well, the Hell Knights have no middle ground. It's either you're innocent or you're dead.
Which is hilarious, consider how many crimes they commit.
All makes my definition of crime.
It is their definition of crime, yes, not anyone else's definition of crime. It says paladins be crazy
Okay,
no
so
matter
wait,
where they
wait.
come from.
So we get to drinking.
You get to
and,
drinking. They provide you with a steady stream of really probably bland beers, you'd probably say, but lots of it.
Belaf makes it look like he's drinking a lot, but doesn't really drink very much at all.
Well, Kagasero, just believe it. You just believe it. You are drunk as a skunk.
Yep, done.
And Kagasero is actually kind of drunk because he's not like actually have drinking in his whole life. So
Yeah, well.
besides
And as Kangasero goes to lie down on the floor and sleep, two little dogs climb up and fall asleep on him.
I just said to Belaf.
So Belaf gets to
Belaf,
make a perception check at this point.
The little
Wait,
doggies
wait,
have
wait,
red
wait.
eyes.
Wait. I don't want to fall asleep right now. I just want to like take
They're
Belaf
exactly
or
the
something.
same dogs that did so in Corvosa.
They're following us.
And no one in the guardhouse mentioned that there were dogs there.
Well, you are a good friend, you know. I learned something important today. I feel like I can trust you.
Yeah, cool. Yep, that's great to hear, Kangasero.
I don't have been honest with
And
you
as both
100%.
dogs look at you, their eyes are glowing red.
Well, you see, I didn't win honesty with you 100%. You know why?
No, tell me.
I don't. You never asked why you didn't really like me. That I do not like society at all. Get into the Pathfinder Society and like he go with you with towns to towns right now.
Yes.
And then in the middle of listening to Bella, Kangasero falls asleep.
I was going to say, no, I'm so looking forward to the fact that Kangasero is such a friendly drunk.
Fuck. Okay, now shifting back over to Cordar, who arrives and meets up with his family. So, would Cordar like to describe his house?
Wow.
Yeah, you do have your family house is overlooking the beach itself.
Beautiful house, terrible door.
Okay, yeah, before or after Kangasero Vision?
So, your house is on what's called Cliff Street, not very far from the White Deer, which is one of the really nice houses there.
Mm-hmm.
Not the nobility area, but it's considered well-to-do.
Okay. Well, it's not like Sandpoint has slums, really.
Oh, it does. So you don't share a wall with another family. Your entire house is freestanding, whereas a lot of the other houses are built up against other houses.
Well, so it's some close pack, but yeah. So,
So if you want to have a look on the map as I come over, so see where the number 4 is.
yeah, see, yep.
So you would be one of those two.
Okay, yep.
So very nice views, very well-to-do sort of place.
So,
Okay.
well, as I said, it's a nice house. Not like I say, certainly nothing necessarily extravagant, but certainly nice, well built, clean, well kept. Obviously, as I said, porch and veranda. Few rooms on the ground floor, a couple rooms upstairs, type stuff. Probably the basement. Apparently, I think we found something in the basement, didn't we?
We did.
Although I did get a basement. The Cordar's family is well, one's all present, all human.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the yeah, so he's growing up in a typical mum, dad, 2.4 kids type stuff. He's the 0.4 because he was half elf. So.
Nerd.
And yes, at the moment he's trying to repair the door with the help of Nexa and Finwood, apparently, and probably Dad and Big Brother. Big Brother's probably off and about, isn't he? He's already had that. But yes, he will be aiming to. Well, I say at the time when the knock on the door occurred or didn't occur. He will have been talking to his family and confirming what the situation that, in fact, he got the letter and returned as quickly as he's able. So, there's some issues, and I understand that goblins have been sighted to the north again.
There have been rumours of about 10 to 40,000 goblins to the north.
appears that we've got home just in time then. They are massing to attack Sandpoint.
They don't know, but Sandpoint's the only civilization within any sort of distance of where they're amassing. They assume they're coming this way. They don't really want to have to deal with it, but who knows with what goes on over there.
I did notice that there were warships in the harbour if the Hell Knights provided protection.
They do, but at a price.
Indeed, yes. I certainly recognise the likelihood of the price. So,
They have rededicated the cathedral to.
the ceremony went smoothly.
Well, the head priest died, and when we requested a new head priest, they showed up.
Ah.
So we did have a gnomish priest for a short time, but he didn't stick around, and he took off. So we had no one to say the temple was already claimed. So they removed the dedications to other gods. We've managed to, with some of your help when you were here last, we recovered what we could and moved it into the basement of this place just in case we can rededicate it later.
They've taken away the... because it was usually designated, wasn't it?
It was designated to 6 gods.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay, it was yeah. Yeah, I've gone out of my head now.
Aristil does know. I believe.
Yeah, no. I was actually trying to remember. Well, not actually Grandma's name, but Nashu's mum's name's got on my head, but the Anyway, yes, he will be asking about others in the town and what's been happening since the thing. Obviously, gets the news about the massing goblins, arrival of the Hell Knights, the idea that they're taking over the religion in the area.
Shalelu still not welcome in town since she shot one of the Hell Knights and put 2 arrows in his chest while he was wearing his armor.
And now, as I'm sure that the family would understand, so Cornard has certainly not expressed particular displeasure at the concept of it, except for the concept that she's not allowed back in town. So,
and she is currently searching for Amiko, who was kidnapped from town when goblins raided it last year.
Amiko's been missing? Yeah. So, is there anyone trying to investigate or do more about the goblin massing?
The Hell Knights are fortifying and creating fallback lines back to the city, going out about a mile.
Mm-hmm. So,
though they do joke that all they need to do is string up a line of barbed wire and that will take out most of the goblins.
Put up a rickety wooden fence.
Though the goblins have been more organised than they've ever heard of them.
Well, I say thousands of them at once. Certainly in the swamps there was only ever small tribes or small bands of them. So.
Shalelu got word to them that they believe they have gathered every goblin tribe of the region into one group.
That's dangerous.
And
Did you have any word or information about who would be controlling such a gathering?
whoever is the chief of Thistletop seems to be in charge.
Thistletop, is that where they're collecting?
That's where they're collecting. And that's where Amiko has apparently been taken. And Shalalu's working with some people she knows who can infiltrate it because they have goblins with them. One of the few times she's actually sought out a goblin not to kill it.
Well, yes. Whilst I have not dealt with those those people much, I have heard that they are at least somewhat competent. So, but you say that you've discovered something here in Sandpoint unrelated to the goblins?
Since over the last month or so, people have been disappearing and showing up drained of blood.
Which obviously puts them apart from the disappearance of Amiko 12 months ago.
Yeah, that was about 6 months ago. So it's been happening on and off over the last month.
Mm-hmm.
And it's been covered up by various people because they didn't want to be associated with fiends in case they got killed by the Hell Knights. So everyone was hush-hush. Until the Hell Knights stumbled across it and made an announcement in town asking for any further information because this appears to be a threat to the town, and that they were unable to find its source.
Mm. But I'm hoping that your message is not because someone in the family is taking a quick check around to see if anyone... Hang on, brother's still not here.
Some friends of the family have gone missing and been killed. The family's a little more pragmatic and doesn't travel in by themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And most of the people that have died or disappeared have been traveling by themselves.
But within town, any particular locations within town, is where they've been going missing?
No pattern that they could tell. And bodies turn up in random places. Like not where they were last seen.
Mm. Your letter also mentioned something about runes having been discovered?
Yeah, in the underground basement here where you found the ruins underneath, it appears that there is a passageway has opened up from there further underground. So they think there's the rumours of the tunnels under the town here seems to be correct. So if there is something here, it could be haunting the tunnels.
And so these tunnels were you noticed them opening up within the last couple of months?
Well, the one attached to their basement only opened up about a week ago, which is when they thought they would send for help.
Yeah. Okay, because I should see that. Yeah, obviously, if the disappearance or the attacks started occurring about a month or so ago, then there's correlation. But yeah, it's still likely.
Well, there were always rumours that there were tunnels under town, but no one could prove it. For some reason, I just got dry throat.
Right, did I say that's right? Yeah, sorry. Claire!
That's the name you forgot. And she's not in town at the moment.
And I've been looking through some of my old notes and especially. So she's not in town at the moment?
She's not in town at the moment.
Yeah,
she hasn't been in town since the Hell Knights have been here. Something to do with having sunk a Hell Knight ship recently.
Mm-hmm.
And even though she put the Hell Knights in the bottom of a lake, they still walked out of it.
Typical. So, well,
Okay, so if you guys get some rest, they hope that you can solve the problem in the morning. They don't recommend going underground at night because that's when whatever it is most active. And you might be able to track it to where it's sleeping during the day.
well, yes, we'll certainly rest up and yes, by morning maybe we'll be willing to talk to other people again as well.
Okay, so you have while you're having that discussion, Balef rocks up. I'm assuming you're going to catch up with him.
After you managed to knock Hensel out again, slightly more subtly this time.
Yes.
Well, if Kangasero can, in the way between here and there, may I try to like push as a scroll of mending to like make peace with Kodor?
Well, during this time, you're having these wonderful dreams of flying.
Oh. Not like a bird, not a vampire, right?
I'm sure there's not much difference whatsoever. But everything's so clear at night.
Okay. Can I like try to acquire like a
And the
scroll?
moon's so bright, you want to howl at it.
That's not confusing at all.
It's a dream, it's supposed to be confusing. Isn't it?
What else did happen there?
Oh, during your dream, you had someone talking to you in a language you didn't understand.
That's common, I guess. Most of what people say I don't understand, but...
Or you didn't even understand any of the words they used.
Alright. Okay, this is strange.
But you feel yourself nodding at the end of every sentence.
That's usually what I do.
Okay, so you feel Balathine in what's been going on.
Yep.
Did Balath want to add anything?
Yeah, so I had a bit of a chat with Kangasero last night. Or whenever it was, depending on what
Earlier
the
tonight?
time is. Earlier this evening. Educated him on why what he did was wrong, and I do believe that he is a little bit remorseful now that he fully understands.
I'd ask what he was thinking, but that would be a ridiculous question, obviously.
Look, we both know that at his core and at way deep down, he is a good person, much more than I, and he really didn't mean any offense. The guy just doesn't know. He just doesn't know.
The door was open.
I know that.
It wasn't.
Do you
It
think-
wasn't open.
Do you think
It
I
wasn't-
would...
No,
Yeah.
as in open, as in not locked.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah. Look, do you think I wanted to spend the night in some shitty tavern? I was going to make you guys a feast last night. Earlier this evening. But, unfortunately, let's be perfectly honest, Cordar. You and I don't really get along, and sometimes Kangasero and you and everybody else in the entire rest of known society doesn't get along with Kangasero. But we're here to do a job. We're here to work together, and sometimes we have to put aside what irritates us the most. What the fuck? I'm moral compassing again.
You are. It's almost a reverse day, so I said, I'm not the moral compass. Here I am, moral compassing.
Yeah, what the
Twice
fuck?
in the one night.
This is the best birthday session ever. Moral compassing.
And so look, Kangasero predicted it perfectly.
Actually, it's not moral compassing. He's a diplomat. He's trained as a diplomat. He's got huge amounts of diplomacy. This is what he's doing. He's manipulating
yeah.
Corda. That's what's happening. That's how I'm going to
It's like, it's
justify
well
it.
recognised. Diplomats don't actually necessarily believe what they say. They say what people think they want them to hear.
That's exactly. Well, no. They say what needs to be said to achieve a goal. That's a very important diplomatic definition there.
Did I got a scruff meeting in any way so I can like try to learn that spell and like mend the door?
Victor, this is still the same evening that you passed
You haven't
out.
got time to get hold of it.
Oh, okay. This is the same evening, so I am still drunk.
Yeah, no,
Yes.
you are
You're passed
comatose
out
on
drunk.
the floor.
With two doggies.
You left me at the tavern? What the fuck, man?
Damn right I did.
With the 2 dogs.
I got shit to do. And also, there's demon
Tonight?
dogs
What the
on
hell?
you. I don't want to be anywhere near them. They're scary. Anyway, so look, he is genuinely remorseful. Doesn't mean you can't hit him again. Just try and accept his apology, will you?
Yep, well, okay. We'll sort it out in the morning, I guess, but the, successful time being, I guess, we'll get some rest, and apparently, we'll, look into these, tunnels in the morning. It might be safe enough to have Kagasero inside tunnels. We
Maybe.
probably just don't want him anywhere near civilization.
Honestly, I'd rather just let him sleep in the tunnel. By the way, there's two very strange, some sort of demon, devil, infernal, vampire, I don't know. There's 2 dogs that've got red glowing eyes. They're sleeping on him at the moment. I didn't want to be anywhere near them. I've seen these dogs before. They're following us. I'm sure that they're not too much of an instant threat, but they scare the shit out of me.
How do you mean following us?
Well, they were at that last place that we were at.
You remember 2 little dogs in Corvosa when you rested up?
Yeah, those 2 little annoying dogs. They're here again.
Well, if they're the same dogs, there's obviously more to them than dogs, because there's no way they could have followed us. No way they could have followed us from Corvosa to Magnemar.
No, there's more to them than just dogs. Oh. So anyway, I'm going to go find another room to sleep in because I don't want to be anywhere near them.
It's okay. Cordar will turn to Pipwinkle and say, are they your wife's pets?
Pimwicker just shrugs and says he's got no dogs. He's got a cat.
That's not what I asked.
There's only a cat in the family.
Corda, let's be perfectly honest. Amongst the party, as far as the intellectuals go, there's really only 2 of us.
Well, okay. It was the sort of thing I was also thinking the fact that, yes. When he said that wasn't the question he asked, I was immediately thinking, not that you'd know anything anyway.
He would have a damn clue. And I'm quite willing to say this in front of him.
Pimwickle just smiles and gives you a wink.
Yep, Pimwinkle.
So, but if you won't tell anyone that I was trying to tell you something before I pass out, right?
That's between you, me, and whatever you're willing to pay me not to say it.
Well, I was also relying on whether or not Belle would pay any attention to what you're saying anyway.
He was too busy staring at some strange dogs on you.
I'm going to be honest, even me as a player barely remembers what you were trying to say because I'm too worried about these demon dogs.
I was about to tell you something that I saw.
Yeah, no, I do remember now, and I'm glad that you passed out because that's too gross and feelings. And he probably would have had to cast spells on you to make sure you went back to sleep.
Okay, so you find another place to rest.
Preferably gentle repose. Yes.
So you end up at Rise's place because it wasn't too far away.
Sure. Don't care what it is as long as I'm away from those devil dogs.
She is quite a nice old lady.
Hmm.
Where is my description of her? I hope I was in the right section. So I have a description of all these places.
That's a big like setting book or something.
It
What's
is.
that?
So
And one important setting in the system.
it is. Sandpoint is the first defined civilization in Pathfinder.
And also a shithole.
Okay.
Well, the point is, Sandpoint is your archetypal. Here be the starting point for first level adventurers.
Yep. Leave as quickly as possible.
Okay. So this place has a very Vistanti. What is it? What's the right name for them? Very Varisian sort of feel here. It has the not the very gypsy-like local quality to it.
Okay.
Well maintained. You were welcomed in as you step in by what looks to be a half-blind old woman.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, and just gestures you in right to a comfy seat.
Oh, hello. Good evening.
He says, "What was that?"
Good evening.
It is, isn't it?
Yes.
Now that you've shown up, it's wonderful.
Even better that I get to spend the evening in such a wonderful establishment.
All good, she says. Do you need any spells cast?
No.
She looks disappointed.
Why? What sort of spells can you cast?
Many spells. I am a wonderful sorcerer, she says as a star flies across the room to her.
Right.
And you then see sparkles everywhere.
The fact that you can do that without actually casting any spells valuably or semantically scares the shit out of me. Okay!
Don't you love Sandpoint?
Yeah! Do you know what? I believe I can do that one too. Prestidigitation.
Your sparkles aren't as impressive as hers. She's
That's
obviously
okay.
practiced.
Yep, I'd be happy for them to do less than hers as well.
And then you hear some cheering from what appears to be 3 of her kids.
Nice.
They do look like her kids because they share a lot of her facial features.
Nice. Prestidigitation again, little puppy's going to run around them. Like
And they go,
phantasm-like puppy.
But they do look like they're in their 40s or 50s, her kids. They
Close
still do the
That's fine.
little puppies.
That's fine.
They ask if you have any needs.
Wouldn't mind a room for the evening.
Well, we can arrange that. You want to be closer to the stars, closer to the earth, closer to the sea, closer to the horses. Everyone has something they really want to be. Everyone wants something, especially someone with magic.
Oh, come on. Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. Okay, so they look you up and down. Probably not the earth. You don't look like one of those earth sort of people to me.
No.
Probably not the horses. You don't really, though you smell the horses, you probably don't want to be too close to horses.
No, an alter ego of mine tends to love horses more than I do.
And you don't really look like someone who likes to travel a lot, so probably the stars.
Sounds good.
Okay, so there are mystic circles all over the room.
I'm not concerned at all.
And the entire bed is sitting inside a summoning circle.
Okay.
And you know the best thing about all this?
Yeah.
With 3 players, we've got the party split 3 locations.
Isn't it fantastic? And one of them has demons sleeping on top of them.
And so,
And one of them has ritual circles sleeping inside of.
getting into bed is the softest bed you've ever lied in.
Fantastic.
And before you can even say thank you, you've fallen asleep.
Concerning. Fan concerning.
You'll be fine.
And you have dreams of stars.
Of me.
Imagine that.
Stars of Bella.
You see the constellations, and it's like the constellations are talking to you.
Yes. Because I am the stars, and I'm talking with myself.
And so you the two of you wake up with your strange dreams.
Yeah.
You're in your in the bed by yourself.
For once.
Kangasero on the floor in a room by himself.
Good.
And Cordar in a room with his brothers, and Pimwickle staring at him.
Belaf will attempt to pull
Certainly
out a
surprising
quick
that Pim
exit
will be getting up before Cordar,
and
but okay.
go and find Drunky McDrunk Tank.
Okay, you wander over to that inn. They thank you for the pleasant night you gave them.
What do you mean?
Your payment has been accepted, they say.
What payment?
Oh, don't worry about it, they say.
Sure, nothing can go wrong with that. Right.
All sounds fine.
Yeah. Righto.
Yeah, give me a perception roll for Bella.
24.
Okay, with some itching, you look at your arm, and there seems to be a rune on your arm.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Is it the same arm that's got the shard inside it?
No, the other arm.
What the hell is this?
Payment, they say.
What did you do?
Nothing. You chose it.
What is this?
Payment.
What is it?
An arm with a rune on it.
What's the rune? Why is it on my arm?
I have no idea. You asked for that one.
Why is it on my arm?
You wanted it there. We suggested the butt.
Well, is this a tattoo?
They
Will this go
protest-
away?
Who knows? What
What
did you?
sort
What
of
did,
magic is this?
I'm sure you made a pact with someone,
Oh, for the love of all that is unholy.
which is what
Yeah,
we
they
thought
said
too when
that-
you made your
that sums
pact.
it up.
Ah! Righto.
Well, you wanted to speak to the elder gods, and you spoke to them.
I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You were talking to constellations last night, weren't you?
Are you kidding me? I was asleep.
And yeah, communing with the gods.
Oh, for the love. Oh.
They
I
looked at
don't like gods.
They just no wonder they branded you.
They're not part of my pantheon.
Well, who knows what they why they've marked you.
Fine. Belaf leaves.
But it was a free room for the night.
Don't care.
Well,
It obviously wasn't free.
free for monetary payment.
Belaf goes over to Fancy McShithole and wakes up Drunky McDrunkface, and he's super pissed about it. So he's not gentle in any way.
You walk in, Kangasaro's already awake. You even failed to wake him up.
Good. Get up, we got work to do. Let's go.
Belaf, I was
No.
thinking about last night.
No.
Wait.
No. No. I don't want to hear it. I don't care. We've got work to do. Let's go. As soon as we
I know,
find
but-
Porter, you apologize to him.
But I should
No.
fix his door.
No, I don't care. We go back to Quarter, you apologise, and then we get back to work. I'm tired of dealing with other people's
Then
garbage.
let's go.
No. Also, get out of the wind tunnel.
I was gonna say,
Oh, sorry. Oh, sorry, mate.
But let's just want to start talking to Kangasaro in the morning.
Oh, that's what I hear every time he talks. Ah. Anyway, so Grumpy Belaf.
Grumpy Bella.
What's that on your arm?
Shut up.
It looks like mine. I put my left arm on it. But does it have like the same rune?
No, you don't recognize the rune on his arm, and it's not moving like yours does.
Belaf cast a spell on you. Make a will save.
Oh, Belaf, what the hell, man?
Don't say what the hell, just make a will save. DC 19.
It is his best save.
roller. Yeah, it's it a will save. Will saves are the better ones. But I roll is badly, so I got a 16 total.
Cool. You are now frightened too. Move.
Why are you doing this, man? What the crap? Come on.
That's not what you're saying. You're currently afraid of me.
So to your brain, it looks like Balath has grown fangs. His eyes are glowing red. His color has drained out of his face, and he looks very much like a vampire.
and you look hungry.
Yeah, but I recognize him as my friend, right?
Belaf
You
points
do.
towards Kordar's house. Move.
And you were definitely afraid of him at the same time.
I'm not feeling so well.
We'll back it up with an intimidation check as well. 28.
Okay, I believe you were extremely intimidated by him as well.
Okay, there I go.
So you go rushing.
Yep.
Reaching Kordar's doorway ahead of Belath. It's currently shut.
Now, knock gently on the door.
You are currently afraid. Give me a will save.
Okay. Well, okay, 20 total.
20 total.
I roll a 10.
Okay, you go barreling into the door and the door snaps.
I swear to God, that was Bella's fault this time. It wasn't mine.
He was afraid.
Okay.
As Korda, Pimwinkle, and Nexa look up, they see Kagisero on flat down in the hallway in front of the on top of the door, looking up at you.
No, wait.
I just
It's
said,
my fault.
Bella.
It's not his fault. It's my fault. I cast a spell on him. He's afraid of me. It's my fault.
Bella is turned into a vampire.
I'll pay for the door. I'm sorry. It's my fault. Oh.
Corda, next day, hearing the statement about the idea of Bella turned to a vampire.
Sorry.
Hey, Sarah, get up. We're leaving. Out now.
So you do know the entryway is in your basement.
Well, that
Also-
was my actually. There was other ones over there.
None that they knew of. That was the
Okay.
first time they actually found one that they could identify.
Kangasero, what do you say to Korda?
Thank you, sir. I was about to see to a magician to learn a ritual that could fix your door, but Bella here was bullying me. Sorry.
And you thought you'd fix the door by bashing it down again?
I could
no,
fix
that
the
was
door by...
my fault. My fault.
I was trying to learn some primo spells.
Yes, we're going downstairs.
Okay.
Get the door handles. In fact, just stay away from doors. You are not to go anywhere near any doors until they're opened and let you go through, okay?
Okay. You guys realize that since the first session we played, like, I bashed through a lever.
I
A
know
door
that
that was
anything
shut
that's
with a
made of
lever.
wood isn't safe around you.
Which is amusing considering he's a druid.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
Trees are strong when
just
they're alive.
I'm just consistent.
yes, but there'd be no indication that you'd knocked down any door in civilization.
Yeah, not yet. I can learn, but not yet.
Must
Until last
make
night.
sure I don't burn Kordar's house down. Almost all of my offensive spells are fire-based. Mustn't burn his house down. Fuck. I'm very concerned.
Don't worry, it's only a two-story building. I'm sure it won't cost you much to replace.
His entire family's gonna die, and it's gonna be my fault for some stupid reason. Anyway.
Okay, so we go down the sewers thing.
Look on the
Besides
black side,
Kagasero,
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's doing.
Look on the black side, David. If Balath does accidentally burn down Cordo's family home, he won't have to pay for it.
Yeah.
He'll still be dead.
No. If I even get a remote idea that a fire's about to start, I'm gonna start casting offensive spells at you.
Anyway,
So you take a stairwell down into a basement that is a bit larger than you expected. You can see part of the basement has been excavated, where you can see stones very similar to what you saw in Pinwinkle's place.
I murmured like, Kodar, what are we doing here? What is this place?
you're staying very still, very quiet, and doing what you're told.
Yeah, but is this
You're
dangerous
staying
or...
very quiet and doing what you're told.
So overnight, did Korda activate his runes?
Well, okay, he certainly would have gone down to the basement to actually look at what was happening. And whilst he had been trying to delay such action until he had more understanding or more opportunity to look at it, he will certainly be aiming to activate it before leaving, on the idea that it means that we can potentially get back faster if necessary. Knowing that the horses can remain with the family at least temporarily. If he figures that on that first night that he's probably confident enough to give it a go, then I'll give it a go. Otherwise, I'd probably be leaving it waiting a bit longer yet.
Okay, so
I'm happy to roll if it works out that's worthwhile that he tries to do it on that first evening.
well, if he tries it on the first evening, what's your best roll between Arcana, Nature, Occult, and Religion? Because that's what you'd be using.
Well, interestingly, Arcana, Nature, Occult, and Religion. Okay. Arcana, Nature, and Occult are all at +5, but he's only actually trained in Nature.
So it would have to be Nature then, so I believe it has to be a trained one.
I would think it was definitely going to be Nature, yes. Okay, here we go. Oh, 19. That's a good start.
Okay.
24 then.
Okay, so when they come down here, all the runes are glowing, much like Pinwinkle's ones were.
But hopefully the house isn't shaking.
The house is not shaking, no.
So, yes. So I will mention the fact that, but also there's obviously a large crack leading off the wall or something you said that the tunnel was coming into?
There is a side tunnel off to the side that when they were expanding the basement, they tunneled into.
Yep.
And all around the rune stones are various statues of the gods from that used to belong in the cathedral.
Yep. So yes, well, I will explain to the others as we're going down the fact that, well, I believe I will be able to successfully activate the rune so we can get back to Magnamar, or technically to Corvosa.
Either way.
Rapidly if we need to. However, our goal today is through that tunnel. So, no idea. I was just tossing up whether Gordar might have left a shield behind, but for the time being, we'll go without a shield still.
Okay, so you would have been able to pick one up from the Pathfinder Lodge.
The Guardhouse?
The Corvosa Guardhouse or the Pathfinder Lodge, whichever one you asked. Because the Guardhouse would have ben happy to supply you with a Corvosan shield.
Yeah, okay. But he probably wasn't thinking about a shield at that point because it was he'd gone through. I suppose he stopped overnight at Magnamar, which probably gave him enough time to think about bits and pieces. So yeah, if he had the opportunity to collect a shield on the way through there, he will have got a shield.
So you've got a shield from Magnamar?
Yeah.
Provided with the horses?
Okay, certainly I would have expected. I'd be happy to have paid for the shield at that point in time, or have collected it on the idea of returning it either way. So
it's basically if you break it, you then pay them, or if you want to keep the shield, you then pay them.
Yeah. Okay.
But they were basically trying to speed you on your way because of bad stuff.
Yep. Then in that case, Cordar will heft his shield and his sword and etc. buckled to his belt and on the back, whatever. Looking into the tunnel, how far can we see? What are we looking at?
Okay, it is an unlit tunnel that goes on for further than you can see.
In both directions?
In one direction. It seems that the room that you have your rune gate in was the end of a corridor.
Okay, so basically, seemingly the corridor, it was presumably a dead-end corridor until we expanded the cellar into it. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes.
Right. Okay. He'll look back at the others. Do we have a light source readily available?
You have Baleth. I'm sure he's a light source.
Cordar's happy to have a torch lit that can be held by a pinwheel or something, but...
Though most of you also have wayfinders that can produce light as well. Unless Kangasero has lost his conveniently along the way.
What? What? Sorry?
So most of you should have wayfinders which can produce light, unless Kangasero has lost his along the way.
No, I didn't lose mine. I haven't.
Not yet, anyway. I'm sure you can work on it.
Yes, Cordell will have his wayfinder on a cord around his neck then, and we'll activate the light as he head forward into the tunnel.
Okay.
I can.
All of you can, actually. Unless, of course, you don't need to see in darkness.
Which apparently he hasn't needed to see so far. He's been able to see in perfect darkness, no problem.
But this
when we were down on the pillar of wrath.
These tunnels appear to be dark. And they don't seem to be natural formed either. Looks like someone has carved their way into it.
But it looks like they've been here a long time.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was recently carved. Most of these look like they were made a long, long time ago.
May I play like a hack on knowledge nature check to see if I know anything that can produce these markings?
Sure.
Okay. And failed miserably.
What did you get?
A 2.
Okay.
12.
So not a critical fail. So you're not quite sure. There are many things that could make markings that dig holes.
Okay.
But you never really paid attention to those classes.
Does we clearly know like where it went, like for what the direction and stuff?
It seems to be heading towards what appears to be the old lighthouse of Sandpoint.
Nice.
Does it look like there's been any traffic along this tunnel at all?
Not this one, but as you go further in, you find many branches and occasional sets of prints in the ground. Give me a nature roll to see if you can understand the prints.
18.
18.
Just here, right?
I'm the one looking at the front of the line, so...
Okay.
As you're looking down, you see a foot with apparently 2 toes with claws as the thing that leaves the print. Very much looks like a bird of prey's foot.
Okay. So not goblin.
Definitely not goblin, and the foot is bigger than yours.
And how big are these tunnels?
Tunnels are about range between 4 and 15 feet in height.
Okay, but generally
Generally
or
between 5 and 10, but go up to 15.
okay. Sorry, Victor, you asking something?
No. Just asking if the feet were attached to anything, or just the feet.
The tracks.
The tracks.
Oh, okay.
The
I thought
footprints.
there was a foot.
No, footprints.
I could have random feet following you around if you like.
Along with puppies. They're puppies with giant bird feet. And do they appear to go a particular direction?
They seem to go deeper in, more towards the light, so that's how you imagine the foot would look like.
Okay.
So not ominous at all that it's just gone red.
It's perfectly subtle, yep. Well, as far as possible, we will go for following those tracks.
Okay. Takes you about half an hour to follow them as you're moving carefully.
Yep.
I will give everyone a stealth roll.
Okay.
13.
Stealth. Cordar got 8 with his +7. Downgraded.
8 downgraded. What did Kengasero get?
16 plus 7, 25.
Okay, so Kengasero was the stealthy one of the group.
It's about time he did
Look
something,
at
right?
look at that. What the good news.
Okay, so
No. It's good to see that Kangasero is actually following orders.
so why
Quiet.
why is Corda actually not being stealthy? Is he telling someone off at this point?
Okay, he's probably paying more attention to keeping track of where he is and what these tracks are, and occasionally having to tell Kangasero, no, stay back. I can't watch the tracks if you keep walking in front of me.
Okay, I will give each of you a perception roll and see how well we go.
All right.
20.
Ugh, not well enough.
16, Corda.
Give me a sec.
Is this initiative or just perception?
It will be initiative.
Oh, initiative, I got a little bit better. 15, sorry.
15! No, it's 15!
So Kangasero got 15, and what did
Yep.
Balath get?
20.
20, and what did Corda get?
16.
Okay. And let's see. Apparently you did very well compared to the other person, who basically got 11 downgraded. Okay, so
So despite Cordar's best efforts, we still get the jump on them.
Corda, with all your stealth and all that sort of stuff, you turn around and you see this pretty much in front of you.
Is it undead? Is it undead?
As you look at it, it seems to be a normal person, but as it looks at you, its eyes glow red. Its jaw opens and then splits in half, and its tongue rolls out like a bit of a whip.
I've seen enough Blade 3 to know, Blade Trinity to know where this is going.
It does look exactly like from Blade Trinity. So,
When it looked human momentarily, was it recognisable as someone that Cordar knew from town?
no, it didn't even. Well, it's got clawed hands with only 2 fingers and a thumb, and, and the
so
clawed
it wasn't
feet.
so much that it looked human and then changed, it was just first glance was human and then realised, hang on, that's not human.
Especially when the jaw opened and extended out like Blade Trinity.
No, that's just someone who can't get an angled head toothbrush, so he's got a flip-top head.
And the amusing thing is, it does look very vampire-esque. So, Kangasero gets to make a will save.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Because you're about to answer your own question about whether it's undead.
At least is a will save.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, natural 20!
Natural 20.
Look.
It doesn't look like a vampire to you.
It's obviously vampire spawn.
It's a vampire spawn then.
But it is looking
vampire
directly at
vampire
Kangasero over everyone else.
Okay.
Okay.
Then
Cordar is
my
up
friends
first.
go first, right?
Or
I think
Cordar-
Ballas was first initiative, wasn't he?
so Cordar said 20, or was it Ballas who said 20?
Ballard said 20.
Ballas got 20, Cordar got 16.
Put them round the wrong way.
That's okay.
So Baloth is up first.
Going to attempt to cast a spell on it.
Okay. Attempt away.
The target is an undead creature. Does the spell work?
Okay, give me an attack roll.
It's a
Or is it
fortitude
a
saving
saving
throw.
In which case, then it flies through the creature.
Cool. It's not undead.
Okay then.
That's
That's
right.
true.
Cordar, before I'm about to be dead.
Cordar gets to go. And it is right near you.
One day I'll be able to cast.
AC 21.
AC 21. You hit.
Nine. 13 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay. You hit it quite soundly. That's one attack.
And I'll take a second swing. That's not so good. 8, 20, AC 15.
AC 15 is a miss.
A miss. And I'll use my third action to raise my shield.
Okay. Then Kangasero, you're up. You're bringing up the rear behind the other two.
Okay, so there's 2 of them.
No, they're in front of between you and this non-undead.
If you count it that way, there's probably 3 of them, because there's 2 in front. There's one who's 3 creatures in front of you.
So, but between you and the creature is Balath and Cordar.
Okay, so there is any one of them like in 5 feet distance of me, right?
No, there's only one of these creatures.
And how wide's the passage normally?
The passage is 5 feet wide.
Okay, so you've got you've got Cordar, then Balath, and then you in a straight line.
Alright, can I bring in a Venomous Viper on top of the creature square if it's tiny?
I don't believe you can summon anything on someone else's square. I believe target of all summonings is an unoccupied square.
Okay.
Once you summon it, you occupy the same square, but
Alright. That's no problem. May I bring in a Venomous Viper?
Okay.
are you doing it on the other side of it, or where you bring it up?
Where I am, because I can't move into this. Where I will bring the thing?
Yeah.
From the other ways is to not like make us like to not make the thing in the way of our fighting, right? I don't know what the name is. I will type Viper and remember what it is.
So you summon a Viper?
Viper. It's a Viper.
It is a Viper.
It's 300 to bestiary 1.
Yep.
Page 300.
They actually have it open at the moment.
Bro. Okay, that's my whole turn. I will.
I believe the
try to attack
creature.
with it.
I believe the creature then acts.
So bitey. You
Okay.
can roll for me, Marty, if you want to.
I'll have someone else roll. So I tend to roll
What do you need, roll?
a d20.
You can roll attack for the Viper, Belaf.
7 on the dice.
David, sorry.
So with a total of 15, it misses.
Dang.
And does it attack again?
Yeah, bitey.
Okay.
9 on the dice.
Okay, so with a total of 15, it misses.
Dang, okay, alright, that's my whole turn.
Because -4 for agile. Okay, then it is its go. As it turns to look at you, it reaches on its back and pulls off a ranseur,
A what?
A ranseur.
which is a polearm.
A big blade on a
Okay.
stick.
And then
Alright.
it swings it at Cordar.
Dang, why these things have polearms?
Okay, it hits armor class 15 on the first swing, which was rather bad of it.
15 is not a critical miss.
Okay, and with its third action, it swings again. And apparently, it does really badly, so it gets a 10.
That would be a critical miss.
At which point, the pole embeds into the wall right next to Belath.
He's got a reach weapon. That was the problem. He was hit close range. He was trying to hit me with a reach weapon.
And basically, into the stone wall next to it embeds deep into it, so the pole itself is sticking into the wall.
Time to put some meat sacks between me and it.
It basically, you'd think it would be stronger than Nexo.
Okay.
Wow.
Certainly Cornell will be somewhat pleased that, okay, he's lost the weapon, and pleased that I didn't get hit with it.
Okay, then...
So this thing is dangerous, right? Alright.
Then it is Balath's go, as you see this quivering pole arm.
I burned a pole
And that was a
arm.
miss.
Okay.
And now, Pete, kill it before it draws it out again, because then it must be king.
Going to make a spell attack. Sorry, just trying to grab the thing. What's my to hit on spells? 9, cool. 19 to hit.
You hit.
Cool, Divine Law. Sorry, we're going to risk using a fire spell, Produce Flame. Now, heightened on cantrips.
Heightened on cantrips for a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Automatically heightened to your highest casting level.
Yeah. So
you don't get to choose. You always cast it at that level.
Yeah. Heightened +1. Does that mean?
So that means you cast it as a second level spell.
Yep.
But you should be up to second level spell. So you cast as a second level spell.
Correct. Yeah. So essentially, it's 3d4 instead of 1d4.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cool. 4. 3. 7. 10 and 14 fire damage on old matey 8.
You said 13?
14.
Okay.
And I will take a couple of steps back.
Okay.
Now that he doesn't have his reach weapon in hand.
Considering he has an attack of opportunity, but he couldn't use it because he was no longer holding his reach weapon.
Yeah.
Okay. Cordar is up.
Otherwise he wasn't moving.
That's not so flash. AC 14.
14 is a miss.
Second attack. AC 21.
21 is a hit.
58. Oh, what's about a hit? 14, 18 points of magical slashing damage.
Okay, you hit it and it explodes. And you feel extremely angry as it explodes around you. As does everyone else down the line.
Gonna say, not surprisingly, these things are way too close to my house.
Just sitting here getting ready to cast Calm Emotions.
And it passes a moment later.
Good.
But you did see red for a moment.
I see red, I see red, I see red.
Not Gaga, he's pissed. Pissed!
Just don't piss in my fountain.
Again.
Cordar's going to effectively pause, take a look down further down the corridor, make sure there's no more friends coming up this way. And then basically he'll step over the body. And,
Well, there is no body.
the body disappeared.
The body itself exploded in a burst of hateful energy.
Just so you know, that wasn't an undead, as much as he looked like it.
And is the Rancer still stuck in the wall?
It's still stuck in the wall.
Okay. For the time being, Cordar is happy to leave that there. Hey, it'll give a point on the way home.
Sure.
But he will be able to collect that on the way out. Because he's building up a collection of Rancers.
And this one seems to be a cast weapon, so it was made as a single piece.
Ooh.
Seems nice. We take it on the way back.
going to say. It can stay in the wall for the time being, though. Pulling it out might make the wall collapse. And then, after confirming that, no one got significantly injured or concerned.
No one actually got hit, which was
We will
surprising.
aim to move forward.
Yeah, I'm surprising on my 2 feet. Okay.
Well, okay. We've got you back where it's safe for most of us.
Okay, I will bring in the Viper with us for the whole minute. Like, if there is anything worrisome, I will just dismiss it.
Okay. So after about a minute of walking down the corridor, the Viper is dismissed.
Bye, friend. You're tired. You tried.
At least it didn't die like its friend last time did.
Yeah. All these snakes they bring in, all day and night. Poor things.
Yeah, and you call yourself a friend of nature. You bring these things to die.
Bring these things to live, but they die. They're weak.
But yeah, so
Okay, so
moving forward down the corridor then, can we still see
you follow the tracks.
Did the feet of that thing look like they could have made the tracks?
They look identical to the tracks.
Right, okay.
And you follow them into a lot of them going into and out of a cave that branches off from the passageway.
Yep.
And inside that cave there is nothing, just lots of tracks, and where it apparently rested. There's even a warm spot from where it had been waiting apparently on guard duty until you alerted it.
Taking a look around there, so 19 on nature. It definitely only looked like there was one creature pacing back and forth.
There are different size tracks, so it looks like there have been more than one creature here. The sizes are very, very close, but recent enough that it's not the same creature.
Yeah, definitely different creatures. But does it look like only one creature at a time? Or gathered all at once?
Impossible to tell because the tracks all crisscross each other.
Yep. Okay. And otherwise no other exits from this chamber, so we shall go back out and continue to go down the corridor.
Okay, moving along, you find another passageway heading off the same way as the guard chamber appeared to be.
Uh-huh. Obviously, yes, we will still be able to be keeping nice and quiet like Cordo always does.
Mm-hmm.
And,
Stealthy?
Crunk.
Are you stealthy? Okay.
As he's stealthing, banging his shield occasionally on the wall. And this new shield not the same as his old shield, so he doesn't quite know where the edges are when he turns around.
Apparently not.
And occasionally gets wedged in the wall. And he has to sort of turn sideways to make sure it can go through. And you find yourself in a room with rubble on the ground, lots of broken urns and pottery, and a door to the north. And as we're sitting at almost 10:30 now, that might be a good place for us to finish up for the night, having killed your first beastie in this area.
Yeah.
And give the others a chance to catch up without missing too much.
Cool.
If I wasn't a Pathfinder, I would break the rest of the pottery, but since we are archaeologists, quote unquote.
Yeah, you can stop with the whole breaking
Everything. So, just so you know, Victor, that's the actual book I'm using.
Oh, okay. It's an actual book. It's not like an adventure path like.
It is
the book of the.
It is the entire adventure path for Rise of the
Basically,
Runelords.
reprint of the original adventure path for Pathfinder.
As I'm using the book that you started in on the night was this one, which is also another adventure path. So
Nice.
they are the reprints of the originals. So the first time they did them as a Pathfinder rule set, previously they were D&D 3.5.
Nice.
The best D&D.
I have a question. Does the adventure I will be playing somehow will spoil me of anything? Because I will be playing Strange Aeons. I don't know if that.
It doesn't cross into Strange Aeons.
All right.
Most of
That's fine.
Strange Aeons, I don't believe, is in Varisia, and if it is, it's set 10 years ahead of this.
Alright.
Maybe 11 by now.
Hey, Martin,
Yeah.
random question that sort of came up when I was looking back through my histories and notes and everything like that, trying to find Claire's name.
Yeah.
And again, this is where I'm not knowing exactly what the spelling of the specific names were for people, but the guard we killed at the All the World's Meet,
Yeah.
like Vaxikin or whatever his name
Van
was,
Kaskerkin.
is that actually the same name as the woman who we were looking for in Magnemar that stole the shard, that had been like the one that had been working with for Hindmarsh, and then didn't report in?
Let me just check, as I just happen to have that handy.
Because I was looking at my notes and it seemed to me like I had notes of something very similar, like a Vaxikin or something, and I think, hang on, I wonder.
Okay, so... same name. Natalia Van Kaskerkin.
Yeah, Natalia. Are they supposed to be the same name?
Yes. I believe they are from the same family line. May not actually be more than distant cousins, but same family.
Interesting that they, with all the variation of ridiculous names they came up with for Pathfinder, they couldn't. They come up with the same name twice.
They like to reuse special names.
But yes, actually, it's the here we'll be finding out. Okay, is there a connection between those two that we need to be following up on?
Quite possibly. You rescued one and killed the other.
Mm-hmm. And apparently, the one we killed still had a brother, so there's probably still some family out there.
Yep. There'd probably be a lot more family out there because their families are big.
Yeah.
As you should know with the brothers and sisters.
Yes. So, okay then, well, thank you very much all. Have a good night.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.
Good night.
Yeah, the game was fun. The game was
We'll
fun.
catch you next week or the week after.
And eventually Victor will find out what his character's birthday gift was.
Oh, I didn't get any gift today.
You did. You just didn't notice it.
Oh.
You got two
Alright.
puppies.
Yeah, the puppies from hell. I love him already.
And the amusing
And I
thing
love
was
you.
that no one really picked up on it the first time, so it was going to keep happening until someone picked up on it.
Alright.
Well, I gotta say,
See you next session,
I
man.
certainly picked up on the idea of puppies suddenly appearing. But again, I think, well, Cordar has nothing to do with Takashiro during social hours in
Well, I thought they disappeared like in the next morning. I woke up. I thought they just like happens on every night. I didn't know.
They fit in your pockets.
Oh, okay.
Pocket puppies, I'm sure, is an interesting thing.
Okay
Okay.
then.
I'll see you
Thanks very
guys
much,
later.
guys. Have a
See
good
you
night.
guys.
Thank you. Have a
Good
good
night.
night. Bye.